Live on a Wednesday morning, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As the Grizzlies begin a three-game series in the Lone Star State as they take on the Allen Americans. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the first of a three-game set over in Allen, Texas, and it's the third of 10 regular season meetings between the clubs. Utah and Allen split a two-game series at Maverick Center the first 2 days of November. On the home opener at Maverick Center, the Grizzlies got a 5-1 victory over Allen. The following night, it was Allen that got a little bit of revenge as they defeated the Grizzlies 6-2. Utah has been an outstanding offensive club so far this season as they are tied for second in the league in goals per game at 4.00. Utah is coming off a 4-game homestand where they scored 17 goals, and they finished up with a 2-2 record as Utah split the two-game set with the Allen Americans, and then last weekend they split a two-game series against the Tahoe Night Monsters. That was the first two games all time between the Night Monsters and Grizzlies. Well, it's Kids Day over in Allen, Texas, and there are 5 different morning games in the league, and the Grizzlies and Americans are one of them. There's one other Mountain Division showdown as Kansas City and Wichita do battle over at Intrust Bank Arena. That game's going to get started about the same time the Grizzlies game gets started, which is in about 10 minutes from now over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, as it looks like everybody's having a good time and dancing away as the Grizzlies and Americans will meet not only tonight or this morning, but they will also meet on Friday and Saturday nights as well. When we come back, we'll talk about who's been the hot players for the Grizzlies, who to watch out for, and we'll also give you the lineups for both teams as we're in business on a Wednesday morning, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans set to do battle in about 10 minutes from now. Grizzlies been one of the best teams offensively in the league as they lead the league, or they are second in the league in goals per game at 4.00, and the Grizzlies are third in the league in shots per game at 34.71, and that's important against an Allen Americans team that on average has been outshot by 18 per game. The Americans take 24 shots per game, and they allow 42.3 shots per game. And so for the Grizzlies, who have been high-volume shooters, and they have been high-volume scorers as of 17 goals in the 4-game homestand, and the Grizzlies did score 9 goals in 2 games against Allen at Maverick Center a couple weeks ago. Some of the big guns for the Grizzlies offensively have been Derek Dashke and Luke Manning, as each guy has 1 goal and 6 assists this season. Mick Messner's been a great distributor as he has 4 assists in his last 3 games, and Dylan Fitz has been hot as over the last 2 games, Fitz has 2 goals and 2 assists. Remember, Fitz and Cameron Buell combined on a few goals in the third period on Saturday night as Buell scored the game-tying and game-winning goals. And then Dylan Fitz added the insurance empty netter at the end of Utah's 6-4 comeback victory over the Tahoe Night Monsters. Also watch out for a couple defensemen as Gianni Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 games. And Brian Yoon will also be a big factor this week in Allen as he has a point in 5 of 7 games this season, 2 goals and 3 assists. When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Americans set to do battle on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out in the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store. The Grizzlies are 1 time zone away as they're in the Central Time Zone to take on the Allen Americans this morning. Let's get to the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by 4th-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. Utah's got a record of 4-3 this season. They are 2-2 at home, and they are 2-1 on the road. And both of Utah's road victories were in the Black Hills against Rapid City. Starting in net is going to be Adam Scheel. This will be his 7th appearance this season. He has a record of 4-2 with a 3.61 goals against average and .884 save percentage. Scheel is 6'3" and 192 pounds. This will be his 3rd game against Allen this season. In 2 games against Allen, he allowed 6 goals and had an .872 save percentage. Gianni Fairbrother, somebody to watch out for. He's not going to be a starter for the Grizzlies this evening, but he was outstanding against Allen in 2 games this year, as Gianni Fairbrother had 3 goals and 1 assist in 2 games and a +3 rating against the Allen Americans. Fairbrother is one of 6 defensemen for the Grizzlies this morning. Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke are the starting defensive pairing. Dashke leads all Utah blue liners in plus-minus with a +3 rating, and Brian Yoon, we talked about him in the last segment. He has a point in 5 of 7 games. The other defensemen we're expected to see tonight include the combination of Gianni Fairbrother and James Shearer. Shearer has an assist in each of his last 2 games. And Cade Jensen, who scored a goal on Sunday against Tahoe, he'll be paired up with Kabori Dunn. So Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensemen. The starting forwards include Mick Messner, who has 4 assists in his last 3 games. Messner has 7 points in 7 games, 3 goals and 4 assists. Briley Wood's also in the starting lineup. He has 1 goal and 4 assists in 7 games. And Cole Gallant, who picked up an assist on Sunday. Gallant's got 4 assists in 7 games. So the starting forwards are Messner, Wood, and Gallant. We will also see quite a bit of Craig Armstrong, who's got 2 assists in 7 games. He'll be lined up next to Luke Manning, who has 7 points in 7 games, 1 goal and 6 assists. And Reed Lebster, who has 3 goals and 1 assist in 6 games. Lebster's been outstanding offensively. Aaron Aragon will be lined up with Cameron Buell and Dylan Fitz. Fitz and Buell were outstanding this past weekend in Tahoe, and we will also see Tyson Upper and Cade Nelson as the Grizzlies are going with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. That's right, the Grizzlies are going to be short 1 skater this morning. For the Allen Americans, who are wearing a red jersey with white numbers and white lettering, in net's going to be Anson Thornton, who's making his 6th appearance this year. He's got a record of 3-1. Actually, I was given kind of conflicting reports as to who the starting goaltender is. I thought it was Thornton, might be Wells. We'll have to check on that a little bit. Unfortunately, not being there, I wasn't able to see which goaltender went out first for warmups. The starting defensive pairing for Allen is Hudson Wilson, who's scoreless in 7 games. He'll be lined up with Artem Kulikov, who has 1 goal in 8 games. Kulikov, the native of Russia, got in a fight. Actually, it's still in Wells in net. He's scraping up the crease. Wells has a record of 2-2 with a 5.77 goals against average and .873 save percentage. Backup goaltender will be Anson Thornton. Starting forwards for Allen will be Kyle Krenkovic, who scored a goal against Utah on November 2nd. Krenkovic has 4 goals and 1 assist in 8 games. He's not very big at 5'7" and 170 pounds, but he is speedy. Spencer Asachuk is in his 12th season with Allen. He's wearing number 26. He is 6'6" and 230 pounds. He has 1 goal and 6 assists in 8 games. And Braden Watts, the former Wichita Thunder skater, he was with Wichita each of the last 4 years. He has 3 goals and 6 assists in 8 games. We'll come back and have face-off over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out in the Grizz Cave in the West Valley area. We'll have face-off on the other side. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Grizzlies gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smiths app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh for everyone.
It's a great morning for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as Utah Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans in the opener of a 3-game series. It's Kids Day over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center as Braden Watts, the Allen team leader, took the ceremonial face-off with Grizzlies captain Gianni Fairbrother. For the Grizzlies, it's going to be Adam Schilt in net. This will be his 7th appearance this season. He is 1-1 against the Americans this year. Utah's wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Allen is in a bright red jersey with white numbers, white lettering in the back, and a pretty good-looking Allen Americans logo on the front of the jersey, and the Texas state flag on both shoulders. The opening draw will be taken by Cole Gallant against Allen. Spencer Asachuk. Referee this morning is Tyler Haskell. He drops the puck and we're underway. Grizzlies skate from left to right as I see it on Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Allen pitches ahead as the Americans settle over the offensive line. Asachuk skates towards the near corner as he is challenged by Gallant. Puck glides along the near boards as Kulikov fires the left wing shot that goes wide off the end wall as Messner will pitch it over to the far point. Grizzlies hack it away. Puck at center ice and it squirts into the Allen zone. Running it down is Kulikov in the far corner. He gets there about a step in front of Derek Dashke as the Americans will throw it in front of their net. Watts gets to Wilson, back towards Watts, who skates down the middle. He crosses center ice, and he'll skip it in. Schilt cuts it off along the far goal line. 40 seconds into the game, both teams make their first line change. Pitch up ahead looking for Reed Lebster, goes wide, and all the way towards Allen goaltender Dylan Wells, who covers up as we get our first whistle, 45 seconds in. Mark Duart, number 8, sporting a beard. He's dancing around looking at Dylan Wells. Everybody make your pick to click as dude's going to be the star of the game for the Grizzlies. I don't remember who I put on social media as my pick to click. I think it was, well, I'll have to check. I think that there are quite a few players that are going to play well, including Craig Armstrong. Utah wins the draw. Fairbrother, right side shot is blocked out in front of the net. There was a lot of bodies, including Craig Armstrong, trying to redirect it. Out of neutral ice, Mark Duart dumps it in. He gets around the captain. James Shearer over there gets it towards Fairbrother. We get a whistle, and it looks like icing is on Allen as we get another stoppage of play, 59 seconds in. That's that short-term memory loss thing. I can't remember who I made as my pick to click on social media. I think Reed Lebster is going to play a good game. He's been outstanding for the Grizzlies offensively over the last couple weeks. Well, that's going to kill me. I gotta check my own social media account to figure out who I made as my pick to click. As we're off to a hot start here, 59 seconds in. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's got 7 points in 7 games. He's certainly been solid. I picked Derek Dashke as my pick to click, and I do think he's going to be outstanding for the Grizzlies, not only today, but this weekend as well. Allen wins the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left. Former Grizzly Andrew Nelson pitches it ahead. Puck goes back to the Utah line where it's taken by Shearer, who sliced it over to Fairbrother. Those guys were split up on Sunday. Shearer was mostly paired up with Jensen. Pass up ahead, no icing as it goes deep into the Allen zone. Americans skate towards the near boards. As they'll pitch a long-range pass towards the right wing. Grizzlies chase it down to their end in the far wall. As they get it out to neutral ice, Allen resets. Easton Brodzinski out there. He had 2 goals. He actually had a hat trick against the Grizzlies on November 2nd. 2 goals and then an empty netter towards the end. As Allen skates over the offensive line, they'll drop it off for Robbie Bell Aragon. He's over towards neutral ice. He'll pitch it to the right side. Allen skates over the line, skates towards the far corner. Cade Jensen cuts off an American on a good defensive play. Kabori didn't play on Sunday. He'll roll along the near boards. Out in the attack zone as James Hardy fires towards the net and it goes wide. Might have been blocked in front of Schilt. The score graphic was in the way of the net. Towards the far side, Allen will pitch it from one corner to the other as the Americans will slice it off the boards. Does Nolan Orzek as challenging's Brian Hume. Puck goes out to neutral ice. Grizzlies along the near side. Tyson Upper enters the zone. His name is my name too. He'll stop before he gets to the corner. Gets it up top. Shoulder fake by Uni. Fires towards the net. And that's blocked with Fitch trying to redirect the centering pass out in front. Kicks off a skate. Allen will loft it out to center ice. Puck hippity opposite the Utah line. Run down by Brian Hume. The second-year pro is an outstanding skater. He'll drop it off for Dashke. Over to Fitz, who pitchforks it out to center ice. Allen gets it back as we're 2:40 into the game, still no score. Allen skates over the line, but they're offside as we get a whistle with 17:18 left in the first. That's just the start of things, so grab some bacon and eggs and maybe a little bit of cup of joe and enjoy part of Wednesday with us. I prefer the iced coffee. I know a lot of people like their coffee hot. Give me some iced coffee. That'd be the choice here this morning as it's an early one. Both teams are used to being on the ice about this time with morning skate, but this is kind of an extended morning skate, if you will. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon gets to the far side at center ice. Grizzlies dump it in, did a forward that might have been, couldn't quite tell who that was. Gallant centers it out in front, lefty shot goes wide. Wells might have gotten a piece of it. As Yoon around the net to Briley Wood. Wood gets to Gallant. He's at the far circle, drops it back for Wood. Wood left side shot goes wide. Grizzlies around the net, skate toward the near corner. As Grizzlies, that's Mick Messner. He'll throw it to the far circle. Righty shot, save, rebounds brushed away as Gallant was looking for the rebound on the shot by Briley Wood. As the Americans will sky it out to center ice. It's gloved and dropped by Messner. Messner over the line near side, trying to get to the corner, gets taken off the puck by Kulikov, number 66, who's a strong defenseman. Allen back to the near side for Asachuk, the 12th year American. He'll throw it back around his net as the Americans spread the ice. Now Kulikov gets it to the near side as he'll drag it out towards the line. He'll throw it to center ice, pass picked off. Grizzlies skate to the right circle. Lebster tried to center it out to Armstrong, pass behind him as Armstrong was cutting to the crease. Left point, lefty shot is blocked. Armstrong might have gotten a piece of it about 10 feet in front of Wells. Puck to the far side. Grizzlies at the point, but Allen took it away. Americans dragging into the offensive zone. Now feed it back to the left side. They try to get it back to the middle on the give and go, and Allen had their stick lifted. Good defensive work by the Grizzlies. As Lebster, 4 minutes in, will fake a pass to his right and drag it out to neutral ice. Pass ahead at the Allen line. That bounces off the stick. As Allen trying to get to the left side for Brodzinski. He hangs out just outside the Utah line. Allen enters, but they're offside with 15:36 left in the first. So we're 4.5 minutes in as Robbie Bell Aragon, who did not play against Utah in the first 2 days of November, he's sporting a beard. He's on the ice. And if Chris Berman were here, he would say, Robbie, the fresh prince of Bell Aragon. Buell will take the draw. He's got Aragon to his left and Fitz to his right. Fitz was outstanding in the series against Tahoe. Draw won by the Grizzlies as Utah will get it towards Kabori Dunn, who keeps his head up. The Lindenwood product. He'll throw it behind his back for Jensen, who played well on Sunday. Up to the far side center ice. Grizzlies dump it in. Wells behind his net will drift it towards the near side. It goes over Fitz's head and off the protective netting. Let's see if it's delay of game. It might, we'll see. It might have bounced off the glass, and the linesman says it did, as they're talking it over right now. As the referee will get a puck. 15:18 left in the first as Wells sailed it out of play, although I think it bounced off the glass before it went out of play, which would mean no delay of game. It's Kids Day over in Allen, Texas. As many schools are there, they're continuing to talk it over, and I believe the three officials are talking about whether Wells should get a delay of game minor as he cleared the puck out of play from behind his net. Looks like all the kids got those thunder sticks. That the first time I saw those thunder sticks, those little balloon, those things you smack back and forth. I remember seeing those in 2002 with the Anaheim Angels. That's the first time I saw that. I think they originated in Japan. As looks like all the kids are having a good time. They see themselves on the video board. Can't tell if Utah's a power play. It looks like they said it was no delay of game as we play on. Allen wins the draw. They'll throw it out to center ice about 5 minutes in. Riley Janelle, who scored a goal against Utah on Saturday, skates towards the far corner. He'll flip it around as Allen is in the attack zone. Grizzlies took it away. Fitz backhands it ahead. Grizzlies chase after it. Well, skates towards the near corner. Tried to clear it out. It bounced off of Fitz, who keeps it in. As Grizzlies are in the attack zone, Fitz, he's in the right side, gets up top, but couldn't handle a hot pass with his Fairbrother as the puck goes all the way beat deep into the Grizzlies zone. Fairbrother runs it down. His pass to center ice is picked off as Mike Van Oonen, his brother Riley Van Oonen, is also a member of Allen. Make that Ryland Van Oonen. Grizzlies carry it out to neutral ice again. Fitz along the near side, gets taken off the puck as Fitz was able to dump it in. Liam Gorman will skate around, but everybody stopped skating as I believe Fitz ice the puck as he dumped it in from Grizzlies territory, or at least I think, as Gorman now looks over the former Pittsburgh Penguins draft pick. Gorman looks like he's very puzzled. I'm kind of puzzled as well, trying to figure out the pieces of this remote broadcast. There's Ryland Van Unen, the twin brother of Mike Van Unen. They were born on the same day in 1999. As now the officials are talking with B.J. Adams. He looks like he's about as confused as anybody else. As Allen looked like they're a little bit puzzled after Fitz dumped it in. The whistle blew. And it looks like the draw is going to be in the Allen zone. 5.5 minutes in, still no score. There haven't been too many shots fired either way. A little bit of a feeling out process here this morning. As we mentioned, both teams are used to being on the ice at this time of day. Normally it'd be for a morning skate, although this one's kind of an extended morning skate that will last about 2.5 hours. Cade Nelson, who looked good in the last homestand, will take the draw, but it's won by Liam Gorman. Actually, is won by Harrison Blaisdell, number 24, one of 12 forwards for B.J. Adams today. As Allen into the attack zone, but they couldn't get it. As Dashke will bounce it off to center ice. Grizzlies re-enter the zone. They skate towards the far circle. A starting pass shot saved by Wells. Now Yoon gets it back to Lebster, dance around behind Allen's net towards the near side, and he'll drift it along the boards, and it's cut off by Allen, who will bank it out to center ice as Utah gets a stick in the way. As the Grizz skate from left to right here in the first period. They cross center ice 6 minutes in, pass the right side connects. Grizzlies skate towards the corner, and that's Yoon. He'll spin it along the wall as Reed Lebster will get it back to the far point for Briley Wood, as he'll drop it for, I believe, Dashke. Dashke's at the far goal line, gets to the far circle. Righty shot, saved by Wells. Rebound goes to Allen. Americans throw it out to the right side. They step over the line. I think that's Krankovic. He'll get it to Wilson, left side. Lefty shot goes wide as Grizzlies get it along the far boards. We're 6.5 minutes in, still no score. Grizzlies enter from the right side. Gallant gets it across, bounced off of 2 American sticks as Utah tried to get it out in front to Fairbrother, but it's forced back to Allen. The Americans get it poked away by Dashke. He's in the attack zone near side as Dashke gets it to the corner. Messner tried to center it, but didn't get much on as the puck ended up behind the net. As Messner, behind the net, gets pushed by Andrew Nelson, who's 6'4" and allegedly 230. As Allen will get the puck out of the pile as Messner got held up by Nelson. As Allen out to the middle, as they were looking for Ryland Van Unen, he gets it drifted away. As the puck goes back to Utah, they're in their own end. Grizzlies spread the ice. Both teams will change up forwards, 12:40 and counting in the first. Grizzlies cross center ice, and they'll wing it along the boards. Cut off by Wells with good hands behind his net. He'll throw it to the near side for Brodzinski, who had the hat trick against Utah on November 2nd. As Allen dumps it in, does Mark Duart. He'll skate behind the net, but it ends up onto Shield, who covers up along the near goal line, and he stops play with 12 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first. Still no score. Shots pretty close to even. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies. Let's see if they're going to take a break, as this would be a time for a media timeout, but it looks like they'll play on with 12:26 left in the first. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. This looks like a pretty good Wednesday morning crowd over in Allen, Texas. Manning will take the draw against Mark Duart. Duart is 6'2", 187 pounds. He's scoreless in 8 games. Allen wins the draw. They skate around Shill's net to the near side. As Allen gets it back up top to Nolan Orzek. High slot shot is ricocheted away. Grizzlies back behind their net as Kabori Dunn wearing number 28. He's one of 6 defensemen for Ryan Kanasowicz this morning. He'll throw it to the far side. Grizzlies negotiate their way out to center. Right wing pass connects as Grizzlies tried to center it, did James Shearer, but it goes wide. Now behind the net, Grizzlies looking for a wraparound. They get cut off by Duart as Grizzlies dance around behind the net, and now they feed it out towards the middle. Allen took it away. Americans have been aggressive defensively here this morning. They are last in the league in goals allowed per game at 5.1, but we're scoreless 8.5 minutes in. Grizzlies back in their own end, skating from left to right. Kabori Dunn will skate towards neutral ice. Left wing pass, deflects off a stick. Grizzlies in the attack zone, but Allen took it away as they'll brush it out to the center ice logo. Good poke check by Dashke. Grizzlies dump it back in, as well as behind his net, feeds it to the near side. Americans ahead. Riley Janelle will push it to Braden Guy. He'll feed a right wing pass that connects as Allen will drop it off to the right side. Lefty shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes towards the near boards. Grizzlies deliver a big-time hit in the corner, and that's Fitz. As Buell goes down, Allen with the puck. They'll get it to the right side. Allen dances around. High slot lefty shot is blocked about 20 feet in front of Shield. As Allen back to the near side there at the left point, dancing around. Riley Janelle fires towards net. Kick saved by Shield. Puck still alive towards the far corner. As Yoon boxes out Brodzinski, who is trying to get the puck. As Allen comes out of the pile with the puck, they'll get it over to the high slot lefty shot. And it looks like Shield makes the save with 10:39 left in the first. I believe there's a timeout on the ice. Still no score. Grizzlies and Americans, 10:39 left in the first. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
No score at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Utah has outshot Allen 7-6. Brian Yoon and Tyson Upper each have 2 shots. Dashke, Wood, and Gallant each have 1. For Allen, nobody has more than 1 shot here so far as Duart, Mike Van Unen, Blaisdell, Bell Aragon, Kulikov, and Hardy each have 1 shot for Allen. We haven't seen a power play today. That's a little bit weird when Utah plays Allen, although it's not that unusual for Utah. They have the least amount of penalty minutes in the league. Utah is only averaging 7 penalty minutes per game, and a few of those have been on fighting majors as well. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone near side. Utah skating from left to right as we see it from Flow Sports, as Spencer Asachuk will take the draw against Kate Nilsson, the Nottingham, England native. Asachuk argues his case. He's an outstanding face-off man, but he's kicked out of the circle. Has taken the draw, I believe, is... I couldn't quite tell who that is. I think that's Braden Watts. Draw goes to Utah. Grizzlies will carry it out to center ice. Grizzlies will bounce it towards the far side of the Allen line, and they dump it in. Allen slices it towards the near boards. Grizzlies in the attack zone, feed it across. Left side, lefty shot gets redirected and goes wide as Utah had a guy in front of Wells, but couldn't quite get the redirection to connect. Allen crosses center ice, a step over the line to get to Asachuk, but Allen is offside, says the Eagle Eye linesman, with 10:14 left in the first. The linesmen this morning are Trent Williams and Daniel Barnes. I don't think that's the same Trent Williams that is the left tackle for the San Francisco 49ers, a future Hall of Famer. So the draw is going to be at neutral ice. Kyle Krenkovic has shown he's an outstanding skater. He was actually in training camp with the Utah Hockey Club. To start camp, not a very big guy at 5'7". He was a star for Tulsa last year. As Allen wins the draw, although it looked like it was a little bit clunky. Both teams were a little bit slow to respond to the face-off. Grizzlies out to center ice. Pass, couldn't tell if it connected, but it goes into the Allen zone. Run down by Hudson Wilson, who's a big 6'3", 200-pound defenseman. Wilson will lug the puck out to center ice. Now move it to the left. Allen over the line as Asachuk skates towards the corner. Fairbrother brushed it away. He tried to push it towards Gallant. Allen gets it back. Americans get it towards left side. Watts, one-timer, saved by Schill. Boy, Braden Watts, who had 60 goals over the last 4 years, had a one-timer from the left side. Schill reacted quickly and made the stop with 9:43 left in the first period. Looks like there's a timeout. We'll take one as well. Still no score. Shots pretty close to even as both teams in a little bit of a filling out process. First of a 3-game set, and there's no score halfway through the first. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
9 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first period. We're still early on, so grab some bacon and eggs and maybe a little bit of orange juice and enjoy part of Wednesday with us. Shots are 7 apiece, as there's still no score, but a very evenly played first period. We've been skating 5-on-5 the entire time. Allen to the right point, takes a lefty shot, and that's blocked away as the puck skips towards the near corner of the Allen zone, or the Grizzlies zone, as Utah skating from left to right. Now the Grizzlies carry it out to new tries. Briley Wood dumps it in. The first-year pro, 21 years old, chases after it. Allen gets there first as Hudson Wilson will move it towards the far corner. Grizzlies spread the ice. Allen in a red jersey with white numbers and white lettering. Push a blue line to blue line pass. That bounced off the skate of Ryland Van Unen. He'll skate around Utah's net towards the far side as he gets pushed by Fairbrother along the far boards. Grizzlies gather it. Utah will drag it out to center ice. Now they step over the line near side, and Armstrong gets blasted by Mike Van Unen. As Armstrong hit the ice, he gets back to his feet quickly. Lebster skates around Allen's net to the far side. He's now on the far circle as now he skates towards the point. Righty shot is kicked away. Grizzlies get the rebound over to the right side. They're trying to get it back up top, but the puck exits the zone. Grizzlies reset at neutral ice. Kabori Dunn will sky it in as the puck hit the ops on the ice, and then off 2 bounces will hit off the end boards as Allen's Norton Orzek. He gets shadowed by Luke Manning. Orzek will throw it to the left side. Now back across. Allen crosses center ice down the middle as they dump it off the near boards. Allen feeds it to the high slot. Andrew Nelson, lefty shot. Saved by Schill. As Schill snatched it about waist high as Andrew Nelson fired away. Nelson, a former Grizzly, was actually a 2023 League All-Star as a member of the Grizzlies. He's a guy that when he gets out in open space and he's got plenty of room to shoot, he's got a rocket. Nelson played on November 1st, but got suspended for the November 2nd game for a cross-check to the face of Mick Messner. Nelson in 7 games this year has 3 assists, still looking for his first goal. Utah battles along the near circle as the draw hits off a few sticks. Bel Aragon will brush it to the far side. Grizzlies will pitch it ahead. Utah drags it to the right side for Fitz. Fitz over the line, dangles. Now he gets it towards Yoon. One-timer, he swings and misses as Yoon was aggressive getting towards the attack zone. Grizzlies in the right point. Fitz fires towards the net, and it's blocked in the near circle as Utah wins a battle in the near corner. They get it up top. Dashke over to Fitz. He's in the high slot. He dangles. Now he fires away, and it goes wide as Fitz was looking for a redirection from, I believe, Buell, as Allen carries it across center ice. Braden Guy over the line, left side. He'll take a lefty shot. That's blocked by Yoon. Grizzlies come back the other way. Fitz lets it go and chases after it as running it down is Kulikov. He skates around his net. 7:25 and counting left in the first, still no score. Allen over the attack line, high slot, lefty shot. Glove saved by Schill as he snatched it about waist high with 7:21 left in the first. That shot was taken by Artem Kulikov, who's off to a quick start. Boy, Kulikov has been one of Allen's most aggressive players, and we've seen a lot of the Van Unen twins, both Ryland and Mike Van Unen. They were born on the same day on February 26, 1999 in Kamloops, British Columbia. Manning will take the draw against Harrison Blaisdell. Blaisdell wearing number 24, draws in the far circle of the Grizzlies zone. Allen wins it as the Americans get it back towards Ryland Van Unen, who fanned on getting it back up top. Sure battles with Ryland Van Unen, 2-on-2 scrum as Schill looks over his left shoulder, action behind him. Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck as Utah will backhand it across. Allen took it away Allen's on the far side. They step over the attack line. They try to center. Grizzlies with active sticks throw it back towards the far point as now the puck goes back to the Allen line, run down by the Americans in their own zone as Allen will now skate around their net as Liam Gorman, who was outstanding in the two-game set at Maverick Center, will drop it off as the Americans continue to spread the ice. 6:38 and counting left in the first, still no score. Shots feel pretty close to even, although it feels like Allen might have a slight edge at this point. The Americans get it across. Pass goes tape to Asachuk. He'll skate towards the near goal line. He gets taken off the puck by Kabori Dunn, who pushed back towards the far side. Allen still deep in the attack zone. Now they get it up top. Allen right side tried to center and it bounced off of Wood. Now right side lefty shot kick saved by Shield. Allen near side tried to brush it up in front of the net and Utah poked it away. Allen back in the high slot. Krankovic lefty shot saved by Shield. Action out in front of the net. Allen couldn't find it. Puck goes back to the far side as Allen tried to force it towards the middle. Now right side Allen with the lefty shot and that's blocked away. Behind the net, they get towards Asachuk, left side, lefty shot, saved by Shield. And he holds on with 5:51 left in the first. Boy, Allen was able to get the puck in deep, but still a scoreless game. 5:51 left in the first period, and there's a timeout on the ice. Still no score. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Still no score, but Allen is on the attack. Remember, the last break shots were even 7 apiece, while Allen has taken 6 unanswered shots. In fact, they've probably taken 7 unanswered shots. Utah at one point had a 7-6 shot advantage, but now it's Allen that has a 13-7 shot edge as we have 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first period. Still no score for Allen. It's Kulikov and Krankovic as well as Asachuk. Those 3 players have 2 shots and then 7 others with 1 shot. Brian Yoon and Tyson Upper each have 2 shots. Dashke, Wood, and Gallant with 1 shot on goal. Drawing the Grizzlies zone near circle. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. We mentioned the Grizzlies are last in the league in penalty minutes. Allen usually at the top of the league in penalty minutes year in and year out in terms of the most. Grizzlies out to Neutrice after winning the draw, but Allen gets it back as Easton Brodzinski, the Grizzlies killer. He had a hat trick on November 2nd, gets it towards the middle. Allen dangles with the puck. They're still in their own zone as they spread the ice to get out to Neutrice. Allen will bounce it off a Grizzly. It goes back as Allen will reset shop deep in their own zone, skating from right to left. Long-range pass connects as Allen skates in, and Duarte chases after. He gets the puck. He'll bounce it off the end boards. Brodzinski skates towards the near corner, tried to feed it out in front, and it bounced off a Grizzly skate. Utah looking for a pass at the Allen line, and Allen picks it off. Americans back over the line, but the Grizzlies get it back. Luke Manning with a spin move. He gets to center ice, and he'll sky it all the way deep into the Allen zone. Puck stays in play far side. Allen moves it across. As the Americans less than 5 minutes left in the first period, skate along the near side, and a long-range pass towards the Grizzlies bench is kicked away as Allen saw Utah in the middle of a line change and tried to catch the Grizz with too many. As Utah's in the attack zone, they throw it off the end boards. Allen chases after it and gets it. As the Americans will push it out towards Neutrice. Grizzlies try to chip to keep it in. It goes out to Neutrice. Grizzlies dump it back as Wells drops it behind his net. Americans spread the ice again. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first as Americans cutting from left to right. As Mike Van Oonen over there, Riley Janelle, as Bell Aragon also out there, is over to the left side, crossing center ice is Kulikov. He'll dump it in. Kulikov's been active in the first period. Puck's been on his stick a lot. Puck to the far side. Grizzlies trying to clear it out. Allen keeps it in the attack zone as Wilson gets held up by Fairbrother. Janelle joins the play. Buell trying to hack it away as there's a scrum over in the far corner. Allen comes out of the pile with a puck. They feed it up top as Kulikov takes lefty shot, save, rebound shot, saved by Shield. Over to the right side, Allen will skate towards a point, lay it. Now lefty shot is blocked about 5 feet in front of Shield. Guy left side all alone, shot, saved by Shield again. Boy, Adam Shield's been a brick wall here in the first period. As the Americans get it across, right side, Allen still in the attack zone. Will dump it off the end board. Shield behind his net will brush it to the near corner as Utah delivers a hit. Allen over to the near side, centers it out to Asachuk. His one-timer's gone wide. 3:13 left in the first. Grizzlies in control of the puck. Utah will carry it out to neutral ice, and they cross center slowly, and Fitz will dump it in as the Grizzlies make a full line change with about 3 minutes left in the first period. Unfortunately, from the Grizzlies' perspective, action has been in their zone quite a bit over the last 8 minutes or so. Allen crosses center ice, right side. They cross center. Guy tried to dump it in, make that Orzek, and the Grizzlies will get it back. Kabori done. Near side will step over the center red line, and he'll skip it in as the puck saucers off the end boards. As Allen back down the middle, they'll pitch it towards the near side as they tattoo the near wall. As Utah throws it across from their blue line near side over towards their bench, which is on the far side in Grizzlies territory. As Allen over to the far circle, they get it brushed away as the Grizzlies will throw it around their net. Utah curls it back towards the near side looking for Nielsen as Allen will throw it back to the near wall. Americans around their net as Braden Watts throws it back towards Orzek, back towards Watts. Watts dancing around the far corner. He's being shadowed by Lebster as they'll push it back towards Mike Van Unen as the puck hippity hops all the way out of the zone. Allen will have to go all the way down to their end near side. Orzek runs it down. He gets the puck, and he'll stop behind Dylan Wells. 1:51 and counting left in the first. Still no score, but the Americans have taken quite a few shots, maybe close to 10 unanswered on Adam Shield. But Shield stopped them all as Allen hangs out behind their net for about 10 seconds. Now they'll start the attack as the Americans out to neutral ice. Duarte steps over the attack line. He'll skate just outside the left circle, take a righty shot that goes wide. As Allen over to the right side, somebody off the screen, right point with a shot, and that's blocked away. Grizzlies carried across center ice. Wood will step over the line as he gets crafty and throws it towards the near corner. Dashke tried to run it down. Nielsen got there about a step in front of him as Nielsen will push it ahead. Puck bounced off the Utah stick and it hit the opposite the Utah line. Grizzlies get it as they'll get to the right wing. Utah crosses center, and Gallant will step over the line, stop at the near point as he gets held up by Nielsen. 2-on-2 scrum. Nielsen holds his ground. That's Andrew Nielsen as Allen will loft it back to the Utah line. Dashke runs it down. 50 seconds and counting left in the first period. Still no score. As the Grizzlies, Craig Arms, looks like Shearer out in front of Shield about 5 feet. As the Grizzlies spread the ice, Shearer directs traffic. Shearer, long-range pass, left side's picked off by Allen at center ice, and they'll squib it back in. Shield behind his net will brush it ahead, looking for, I believe, Messner. 25 seconds left. We apologize. We're not as specific on names on these remote broadcasts. Head towards Nielsen. It taps off a skate, and towards the near corner, that's either Nielsen or Lebster as they get it up top. Shearer across, dancing around the left side is Lebster. Right side, righty shot, saved by Wells. Rebound, Wilson skates behind his net. Armstrong cuts him off. 2 seconds left in the period. Grizzlies at the buzzer, righty shot, saved by Wells as it bounced off his shoulder. And we head to the locker room with no score. Boy, Allen took about 10 unanswered shots in the second half of the first period. Grizzlies responded in the last few seconds with a couple shots on Dylan Wells. We'll come back and statistically recap the first period. There wasn't a single penalty in the first frame, and it seemed like action moved pretty quickly. Well, Allen had a pretty good defensive first frame. They are allowing 5.1 goals per game, but they were sharp in the first period. And Adam Shield was incredibly sharp in the second half of the first period as Allen peppered him with quite a few shots. So a good defensive first period for both teams who have been struggling a little bit on that side of the ice. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes, and we also have some scores. There are 4 other morning games going on in the league to talk about this morning, and we'll also go over some NHL scores as well. And we'll also take a check at the Mountain Division standings. Through 20 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, it's Utah Grizzlies 0 and the Allen Americans 0. This is the Utah Grizzlies, Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
After one period over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, there's still no score. Allen outshot Utah 14-8 in the first period. At one point, the Grizzlies had a 7-6 shot advantage, and so Allen had at least 8 unanswered shots at one point in the second half of the first period. Adam Schill was a brick wall, stopping all 14. Grizzlies did respond with 1 or 2 shots at the very end of the first period. There was one shot taken right at the buzzer. I'm not sure if that one counted, as Utah ended up with 8 shots in the first period. Yoon and Upper each had 2 shots. Dashke, Wood, Lebster, and Gallant with 1 shot each. For the Allen Americans, among their 14 shots, Krenkovic, Asachuk, and Kulikov each had 2, and then 8 other Americans with 1 shot each. Both goaltenders were outstanding. Adam Schill saved all 14 in the first period. Dylan Wells for Allen saved all 8. There wasn't a single penalty in the first period. That's a little bit surprising from the Allen perspective, but not necessarily the Grizzlies. Utah is only averaging 7 penalty minutes per game. They're the least penalized team in the league. As for the Allen Americans, they're usually at the top of the league in terms of the most penalty minutes per game in the league, and so it's a little bit surprising for them to not take a penalty in the first period. In fact, Allen this year in 8 games has taken 113 penalty minutes, so quite a few more than what the Grizzlies have. And, I think both teams wanted to come out and have a good defensive effort, and they've certainly done that to start. You're talking about the 2 teams in the league that have allowed the most goals per game in the league. Grizzlies allowing 4.1 goals per game, and Allen is allowing 5.1 goals per game. It's kind of a little bit odd to see Allen lead the shot count, considering on average this season they have been outshot by more than 18 per game. But nobody has found the back of the net as of yet. And for the Grizzlies, I imagine the shot count's going to go up a little bit more over the next 2 periods. They had 8 in the first period. They're averaging 34.7 shots per game, which is 3rd most in the league. Well, there's 4 other games in action right now going on. It's one of those things where you get a bunch of kids on a field trip, send them to a hockey game, and have them have a good time. The other games in progress, 4 minutes into the 3rd period, South Carolina and Worcester are tied at 1. Quite a few penalty minutes on both sides. South Carolina has 29 minutes worth of penalties, and Worcester has 27 minutes worth of penalties. There was a fight. I'm pretty sure the school boards are excited to see the fight that took place 1957 into the second period. Perrott and Jacobs got in the fight. I think that's actually former Grizzly Colin Jacobs, who now plays for Worcester. And I'm pretty sure a school board loves seeing the fight there late in the second period over in Worcester, as that game is early third, tied at 1, South Carolina and the Worcester Railers. After 2 periods, Greenville leads Savannah 2-1, as Greenville's gotten goals from Brzezinski and Freeman, and Polini has found the back of the net for Savannah. The Grizzlies don't face either team during the regular season. Indy and Toledo are tied at 1. Boy, Indy's going to be with somebody to watch out for, because when the Grizzlies return to Maverick Center, which is going to be 2 weeks from tonight, it's going to be against the Indy Fuel. They have a couple former Grizzlies on their roster. Does Indy? Luke Salem, who was a defenseman towards the end of last season, he is on the Indy roster wearing number 4. And former Grizzly forward Nathan Burke, who had an outstanding year, he is also playing for Indy wearing number 9 this year. In fact, Burke has an assist on Indy's lone goal. They are through 2 periods. Indy and Toledo are tied at 1. And don't forget to get your tickets 2 weeks from now as the Grizzlies take on the Indy Fuel. That's the day before Thanksgiving, and we want to see a big crowd during Thanksgiving week, as the Indy Fuel will make a rare visit to the Salt Lake Valley. In fact, I think the last time, if I remember right, the Indy Fuel were at Maverick Center. That was in November of 2018. So get your tickets. And operators, this is the only time I can say this all year, operators are sitting by at the Maverick Center office to take your calls. Who knows who you're going to get? Could you get Patrick McCarthy? He's going to have a good day. Hopefully Patrick's got a ticket tonight downtown, because he is a big Carolina Hurricanes fan, and this is the one time this season the Carolina Hurricanes are in the Salt Lake Valley to take on the Utah Hockey Club. You know what? If you get Patrick on the line, and if Patrick does not have a ticket for tonight's game, hey, offer it, have it be on you. Just tell Patrick, look, I'm going to get you a ticket for tonight's game. It's going to be on me. He would certainly love that. Could you get Cameron Levy? If you get Cam on the line, make sure to cheer him up. He is a Denver Broncos fan. They lost to the Chiefs. They've had a tough year. He's also a Utah Utes fan, so he's been down in the dumps a little bit. You got to, if you get Cam on the line, you got to make sure to cheer him up a little bit, because he's down in his luck. Who knows? Maybe you get Flock on the line. Maybe Alina, who just celebrated a birthday last week. Could you end up talking to Dylan? He's one of the newest members of the staff, and Dylan, well, I saw him wearing a Utah Utes outfit a couple days ago, so I'm pretty sure he's down in the dumps. Maybe you can cheer him up a little bit. And who knows, maybe you get Colby on the line as well. Make sure to give him a call, 801-988-8000. And boy, a lot of them are down in the dumps. So you got to find a way to cheer them up. There's a lot of Ute fans in the Grizzlies office. Operators are sitting by as we speak to take your calls for the tickets for the weekend. On Thanksgiving weekend, remember the Grizzlies are 2 weeks away from their next home game as they take on the Indy Fuel. Well, it's going to be a while since the Grizzlies. It's going to be a while till the next home game, as the Grizzlies will start 7 straight road games here this morning. A couple of the Grizzlies Mountain Division opponents that they will face later on this season are also doing battle at Intrust Bank Arena. Kansas City and Wichita are tied at 1. As Wichita is going to be a team that the Grizzlies are going to get familiar with here soon, as the Grizzlies will have a 3-game set at Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's November 20th, 21st, and 22nd over at Intrust Bank Arena. It looks like Butchler has Wichita's goal with Mikael Stenell and Peter Bates picking up the assists. Cade Borchard also scored later in the first period for Kansas City, as they are tied at 1 after 20 minutes of play. And who knows if Aaron Dell is getting the start for Wichita, the former San Jose Sharks goaltender and a former Grizzly who was with the club during the 2013-2014 season. Aaron Dell is in net, and he has saved 14 of 15. So that'll be fun if Aaron Dell faces the Grizzlies, a team that he was with about a decade ago. And obviously watching a guy that's spent as much time in the NHL as Aaron Dell certainly is a thrill for all the fans over at Intrust Bank Arena this morning. They're through 1 period, and Kansas City and Wichita are tied at 1. So, yeah, if you got nothing else to do this morning, give the operators a call. They are sitting by. This is the only time I can say this all year. They are sitting by waiting to take your call. Get your tickets for 2 weeks from now, as the Indy Fuel are going to be in town. That's going to be a Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday series surrounding Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, November 27th. And then obviously both teams will be off to celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday that week. And then Friday and Saturday. Friday's going to be Black Friday. Grizzlies have a good special ticket offer that you can go to UtahGrizzlies.com, or you can call those operators. And if you call Cam, you got to make sure to cheer him up because he's having a tough week as his Utes lost. He's a Denver Broncos fan, so he's down in the dumps over the last few years. You got to cheer up Cam. I'm not even sure his fantasy team's doing all that well this year, so you got to make sure to really pick him up. You got to make sure that you buy tickets from Cam, and you got to make sure that he is in good spirits because he has certainly been down this week. So give the operators a call, and everybody in the Grizzlies office will be happy to hear from you this morning as the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans are scoreless after one period. And make sure to give the operators a call over in the Grizzlies office this morning and get your tickets for Thanksgiving week as the Grizzlies will have a 3-game set against Nathan Burke, Luke Salem, and the Indy Fuel. We'll come back and give you some NHL scores. There's no games in action. We'll talk about the games tonight, and we'll also talk a little bit of hockey along the way. Allen outshot Utah 14-8 in the first period, but Adam Schill stood on his head and made 14 big saves in the first. We're still scoreless after 20 minutes of play, as the second period will begin in about 6.5 minutes of real time. First intermission coverage here on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for
First intermission over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, and there's still no score between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. Utah has been a good offensive team lately. They have 17 goals through their last 4 games. Utah went 2-2 in their recently completed homestand. There are 5 NHL games tonight. TNT's got a doubleheader at 5:30. The Red Wings are at the Penguins. Both teams are below 500 this season. At 8 o'clock on TNT, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate is in action. The Colorado Avalanche, who have a record of 8-8 this season, they take on the 9-5-3 LA Kings. As the Avalanche look to go over the 500 mark, they're a slight favorite against the LA Kings. That's going to be on national TV at 8 o'clock. Other action at 5:30, the Maple Leafs are at the Capitals. I think the Capitals are actually going to be downtown early next week. At 7 o'clock, the 11-3 Carolina Hurricanes take on the 6-3 Utah Hockey Club. That should be an interesting one. It's the first regular season meeting all time between Carolina and Utah. At 8 o'clock, Vegas is at Anaheim. And did you see the ticket prices when Vegas is going to be in town on Friday? Ooh, you got to take a small loan, and it's probably not even a small loan. You got to take a big loan to be able to afford those tickets. Well, it looks like that's a hot ticket in town. That's probably going to be more expensive than BYU Utah football tickets. But Vegas will be in town a couple weeks from now, and outside of the Avalanche and their presence here in the Salt Lake Valley, and obviously the new team in town, Vegas has a ton of fans that reside here in the Salt Lake Valley. Vegas is 9-4-2 this season. Anaheim is 5-7-2. That will be an 8 o'clock start tonight over at the Pond, which the place used to be known as the Arrowhead Pond over in Anaheim, that arena that's about 30 years old. Well, it looks like we'll have second period action in about 3.5 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. We apologize if we're not as specific on names, unfortunately, without being there. It's tough to kind of spot who's who from time to time. Well, Tyson Upper and Brian Yoon each had 2 shots. Dashke, Wood, Lebster, and Gallant each had 1 shot. And if you're looking at a forward line that could step up today, it is that forward line that started the game with Messner, Gallant, and Briley Wood. We'll see if that three-man unit gets going. As for Briley Wood, I got to imagine he's gonna start scoring goals in bunches. He had a breakout campaign in the WHL last season. He had a great postseason run last year, and he's a guy that's got a great shot. In particular, with him being out in front of the net, he can collect those rebounds, and if Dylan Wells allows some second chances in the second period, guys like Briley Wood, maybe Dylan Fitz, can find a way to convert on those rebounds. For the Grizzlies, they're looking for a little bit of puck possession in the second period, as after all, Allen, at one point in the second half of the first period, took 8 unanswered shots. Second period action begins in 2 minutes. We'll come back and describe the action the best we can as we're hanging out in the Grizz Cave right next to the Grizzlies team store. And when you come to a Grizzlies home game, make sure to stop by the Grizzlies team store. They got just about everything that you can look for, including that classic 1990s logo. They got a lot of good looks and a lot of good styles in that particular logo. We'll come back and have second period action. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your adventure.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
We're about set for second period action over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. My pick to click is Derek Dashke. He's got 1 goal and 6 assists through 7 games this season. Dashke leads all Grizzlies defensemen with a +3 rating. Hopefully your pick to click's doing well, though nothing's really happened here with a scoreless game, and Allen with a bit of a shot advantage through 20 minutes. A lot of kids in attendance over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. It looks like they're having a good time. Grizzlies will be skating from right to left as we see it from Flow Sports. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. Be a little bit patient with me as we're at the mercy of what we see on Flow Sports. Grizzlies will start the second period with the same 5 that started the game, and that's Mick Messner, Cole Gallant, and Briley Wood. The defensive pairing is Derek Dashke and Brian Yoon. For Allen to start the second period, it looks like it's the same 5 that started the game. Grinkovic, Watts, and Asachuk, with the defensive pairing of Hudson Wilson and Artem Kulikov. Both goaltenders were outstanding in the first period, and both teams have to be happy with the way their defensive units fared, and both teams have to be happy with the discipline. No penalties in the first period. Allen wins the draw as Kulikov runs it down to the far circle of his zone. He guides it ahead. Grizzlies take it away. Big-time trip there. That's going to be a penalty. 11 seconds into the second period, Cole Gallant got tripped up by Artem Kulikov, and Kulikov goes to the box for penalty minutes 16 and 17 on the season. So the Grizzlies get on the power play for the first time tonight. Utah's 18.2% on the power play this season. Allen's penalty kill is 75.7%. Grizzlies 4 for 22 and tied for 15 in the league on the power play. So it's going to be the same three forwards. It's actually going to be the same unit with Dashke and Yoon out there, as it's the same five for Utah. Looks like nobody made a line change during the whistle 11 seconds in, as Utah's on the power play for the first time this morning. Grizzlies get it as Gallant feeds up top to Yoon across to Dashke. He's in the left point dancing around, fiddling and diddling not with the puck. Now he gets to Yoon. He's in the high slot back towards Dashke. He's in the left. He'll get it to the near side. Dancing around with it is Gallant across to Yoon. Right side, righty shot goes wide. Well, there's a lot of traffic out in front of Wells. Yoon runs it down to the near point to keep it in. They'll spin it along the wall. Dashke is deep looking after it. He couldn't quite chase it down, as Allen will slice it over Gallant's head and back to the Utah line. Back there to collect it was Yoon, as he anticipated Allen clearing it all the way out. Yoon crosses center ice. Allen will switch up defenseman. Yoon carries it into the zone. He'll drop it forward along the far side. He'll bank it back for Yoon. Across to Dashke. He's in the near circle, as he'll lay it for Gallant back towards Dashke, who rolls along the boards to the far side, keeping it in is Messner on the right side. Messner gets hit, loses his balance, gets back up, skates towards the far corner. Messner pitches it up top to Dashke. Dashke fakes it to Yoon, and he'll fire towards the net. It goes wide. Messner along the far boards, gets back up top to Yoon. Across to Dashke. He dangles the puck, now gets to the near side for Gallant. Gallant surveys, and he'll backhand it up top to Dashke. He fakes a shot in the high slot. Now he fakes a wrist shot and delivers a pass to Gallant. Gallant near circle, righty shot, and that's blocked away. We get a whistle. Slashing's going to be the call, and I think it's going to be on Mick Messner. Messner gets called for slashing, as he was hanging out about 10 feet in front of the crease, and he gets 2 minutes in the box. So that will do it for Utah's power play. We remain scoreless with 18:27 left in the second. We will skate 4-on-4 for 38 seconds, and then after that, the Americans will be on the power play for the first time, and Allen has really struggled on the power play so far this season. They are just 12% on the man advantage, and Allen went 0 for 4 on Saturday night in a 4-0 loss to Tulsa. Draws in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone, and it's won by Allen. Nolan Orzek on the right side will move it off the far boards. It's taken by, I think, James Hardy, as the Americans dance around 4-on-4. They almost want to kill off a little bit of time and then start their power play with some momentum. Orzek skates towards the far side. Thought about backhand shot, but he kept it. Now lay it to the far circle. Lefty shot, saved by Shield. Rebound shot goes wide, as Utah skates along the far side, as the Grizzlies get out to neutralize. Big-time hit delivered by Hudson Wilson. Both guys go down on the hit near the Allen bench, as Grizzlies take control of the puck 2-on-1. They get towards Manning, left side, lefty shot. Glove saved by Wells. And Kulikov comes out of the box. Wells holds on. And Manning had a good look. Utah to 2-on-1. I couldn't tell who that was that delivered the pass to Manning, but once Manning collected it in the near circle, he was all alone. He went glove side on Wells, but the Allen goaltender snatched it about waist high. So Allen will be on the power play for the next minute 21, but the faceoff will start in the American zone. Watch out for Braden Watts. They spotlight him on Flow Sports. He's got 3 goals this season. He can end up being a finisher for Allen on their power play. Asachuk, their best faceoff guy, will take the draw against Cade Nilsson. Nilsson wins it cleanly. Grizzlies shorthanded. Dashke left side, lefty shot. Glove saved by Wells. And he snatched it about chest high. He stops play with 17:44 left in the second. Dashke was just outside the near circle and fired away. Dashke has 18 pro goals, 16 of them last year with Kalamazoo. So draws the near side, and this time it's won by Allen as Andrew Nilsson. Watch out for his shot on the power play. It's lethal at times. He'll get to the far side, out to neutralize. Allen with the puck. Horizontal pass connects to the right wing. Krenkovic over the line. He'll wheel it around the board. Shield cuts it off behind his net, gets it to Dashke, and he'll helicopter it all the way towards Dylan Wells, who gets it on one hop, and Wells keeps the play alive. Nilsson drops it off. 50 seconds left in the power play. Krenkovic will lay it for Watts, who crosses center ice. He'll throw it over to Brodzinski over the line. Back to the left side. Now up top for Nilsson. He'll feed it back to Krenkovic, who lays it back for Nilsson the left point. Across to Brodzinski. Right side, righty shot. Saved by Shield. Rebound. Grizzlies tried to backhand it out. It stays in. Buell battles on the boards, but Allen keeps the puck. Americans towards the far goal line. Feed it back towards, I believe, Krenkovic. Now up top to Nilsson. He'll slide it off the near boards. Nobody was there for Allen. Back along the end boards. Grizzlies brush it back to the far wall as Krenkovic. He'll take a shot, and that's sticked away by Shield. And the puck ricochets all the way out to center ice. Nielsen up with it. He looks a little bit quicker this year. Long-range pass to the left side connects. Grankovic centers to Brodzinski's all alone. Righty shot. And that's blocked away by Schill, and it goes out of play. Boy, the centering pass connected to Brodzinski, and he was all alone as he shakes his head back and forth. He thought he had one, and he yells something that I'm not sure is school appropriate, as he felt like he had a good chance for his 6th of the year. We remain scoreless, 16:30 left in the second, 4 seconds left in the power play. And as the draw is going to be in the far side, as Allen, with their personnel, prepares for life after the power play. Coming out of the box is McMessner, successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Utah with the puck. Allen brushed it away as Allen re-enters from the far side, but they're offside as the puck exits the zone. Then re-entered. Allen still had people in there. Offside are the Americans with 16:19 left in the second. Boy, the best look by either side today might have been that one with 4 seconds left in the power play as Brodzinski had the puck down the middle, and he was all alone. It was him and Shield, and it was tough to really tell. Sometimes it's tough to track the puck, which is exactly why Fox in the 1990s had the glowing puck. I couldn't tell if Shield got a piece of it or if Brodzinski just shot it way wide, but either way, it remains a scoreless game. Allen wins the draw at neutral ice, but the Grizzlies get it back there on their own end, skating from right to left as we see it from Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. We've had a good one here so far as we're still looking for the game's first goal. Pass ahead towards the right side. It doesn't connect, but it got redirected at neutral ice. Grizzlies deep in the attack zone as Fitz delivers a hit behind the net, as well as looks over his left shoulder. Allen skates around his net to the near side. Americans will lumber into neutral ice. They cross center and backhand it in, does Hudson Wilson. Shield behind his net will feed it to the far wing boards. Fitz delivers another hit. He's been physical so far as Fitz will drag it out to neutral ice. He'll push it to his right, looking for, I believe, Buell. Now Fitz in the right point, righty shot, saved by Wells. Now to the left side, Grizzlies have the puck, and they're in the attack zone. Webster will fire it to the far corner. Running it down is done. He'll drop it off. Right side, shot is blocked in the far circle as Utah gets pushed along the end boards. Grizzlies skate back towards the near side, but it's Allen who kept the puck along the near wall. Braden Guy will tattoo it off the near wall. Pass went to nobody in particular. Shield will throw it to somebody off the screen as Grizzlies over in the near circle, banking off the wall. As coming well out of his net is Dylan Wells, and he'll outlet it all the way deep into the Grizzly zone, and icing appears to be on Allen with 14:58 left in the second. So we're still looking for the game's first goal. Both teams had a power play. Let's check. Let's see if we can look at the ECHL app and see if we can take a quick look at the shot charts. Remember to give the people in the Grizzlies office a call as operators are sitting by. Give them a call at 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. So far in the second period, both teams have taken 3 shots, and both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play so far, as both units have really struggled defensively to start the season or off to a good start. Allen wins the draw. They'll carry it out all the way to center ice. Bell Aragon will throw it to the left side. Lefty shot goes wide, as now behind the net. Dashke, Allen avoided a check up Dashke, and the Grizzlies out to center ice, but they couldn't extend the stick far enough. Allen will carry it back in as Warzek gets it poked away. Grizzlies throw it from one blue line to the other. It's gathered by Mike Van Unen. He'll slice it ahead as the Americans out to center ice. They'll dump it on to Shield. Shield gets it, and he'll outlet it off the near boards to center ice. The only problem is the only guy there was Warzek. He plays for Allen. Americans get it back to Warzek. He peels back into his own zone. He'll push a long-range pass to the left side at center ice. Allen dumps it in. As we get a whistle, puck must have deflected out of play as Liam Gorman for Allen was chasing after it. 14 minutes and 12 seconds are left in the second period, and we're still looking for the game's first goal. Both teams have been on point defensively, and as we mentioned, both teams have kind of struggled in that department. Luckily for the Grizzlies, they've got a record of 4-3, and that's primarily due to their high-powered offense. Grizzlies are averaging 4 goals a game this season, 28 goals through 7 games, and they have 17 goals in 4 home games this season, as Utah went 2-2 in the recently completed 4-game homestand. As Allen dumps it all the way onto Schill after winning a neutral zone faceoff, Schill covers up. Draw's going to be in the Grizzly zone with 14:01 left in the second period. It's been a tough start of the season for the Allen Americans, who have a record of 2-5-1, and they're 0-3-1 in the friendly confines of Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Asachuk will take the draw against Luke, I believe that's Cameron Buell. Buell takes the draw, but it's won by Allen. Andrew Nilsson, high slot shot, saved away by Shield as Grizzlies tried to lift it out the center, and they do. Puck knuckles back into the Allen zone. Wells comes off. Looks like a delayed penalty as Wells exits the ice. Allen on a delayed penalty keeps the puck. As the Americans will brush it out to neutralize. It was tapped by a Grizzly and eventually touched up by Dylan Fitz. So let's see. Utah gets a penalty in. When we come back in 1 minute, Allen will be on the power play. 13:38 left in the second period. Still no score. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
13 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second period. We didn't get to see the referee signal on the Flow Sports feed, and the app hasn't updated, but needless to say, Dylan Fitz broke a hockey rule, and he's in the box 2 minutes. I'm sure he feels a little bit ashamed, but not too much. Sometimes it just happens if you're playing hard. Second power play for Allen tonight. The Americans have outshot the Grizzlies 19-11, and they also have a 5-3 edge in the second period. Allen wins the draw, high slot lefty shot, saved by Shield. And that was a blast from the high slot. I believe that was taken by Nilsson, and it was. Andrew Nilsson, watch out for him on the power play. He's got that lethal shot. Steps over the line near side, and he'll spin it along the boards. Allen skates from left to right in the second period. Grizzlies from right to left. Americans glided along the near wall as Allen tries to pitch it to the right circle. Brzezinski, hot backhand pass connects. Allen dangles. Now they get it back up top to Nilsson. Now to the right side for Krenkovic. Back up top to Nilsson. He's in the high slot. He'll slide it to Krenkovic. Krenkovic dances around. Now he fires towards the net. Kick save by Shield. Rebound goes to the far corner. Yoon will brush it back towards a point. Allen across towards Nilsson. Diagonal pass to the left. Lefty shot. Saved by Shield. Allen is out in front of Shield. Almost made contact. Grizzlies couldn't clear it out. Puck skips towards the right point. Nilsson gets it off the wall as Watts will get it back to the left side. Now back towards Braden Watts. He'll pitch it back up top. Pass connects. Brzezinski dances to the high slot, skating towards his right now. He skates down the middle. Righty shot, sticked away by Shield. As puck towards the far corner. Grizzlies have got to find a way to clear it out. Allen towards the left side. They skate towards the high slot. Krenkovic dances around. Now push it to Watts. Back to the far circle. As Allen gets it down the middle towards Watts. Lefty shot, saved by Shield. And the puck ricochets off Shield and goes out of play with 38 seconds left in the power play. Well, a good shift by Watts, Hardy, Krenkovic, Nilsson and company. Brzezinski, I believe, was out there as well. As both teams will change things up with 38 seconds left in the power play. Braden Guy's out there with Bell Aragon. Mark Duart looking for his first goal of the season. He's a good scorer, but it's off to a slow start this year. Bell Aragon will take the face-off. Let's see if we can identify the Utah player. Skating in is Luke Manning. Manning will take the draw. They never show the Grizzlies players during these remote broadcasts. It's always tough. You got to mention the other guys because they're the only ones you see. As the Grizzlies get out to center ice, racing after, I believe, is Luke Manning. Steps over the line, stops on the right side as he dangles the puck just outside the circle. He gets double-teamed, and Allen took it away. 22 seconds left in the power play. Allen re-enters from the right side. Duart, wearing number 8, will fling it along the wall. As Allen, Braden Guy pitches it up top. As Americans across to Orzek, he dangles just outside the right circle. Now back to Bell Aragon. He'll push it across. Pass bounces off the far wall. Now it goes back to Orzek. Over to Bell Aragon. Back to Orzek. One-timer. That one goes wide. As Allen to the side of the net. Now they're behind it. We'll throw it to the far side. Successful penalty kill. Fitz is out of the box. Right side. Allen with a righty shot. And that goes over the crossbar. And we get a whistle. Puck might have deflected out of play. 11:26 left in the second period. Boy, Allen had a lot of offensive zone time, but it stays scoreless with 11:26 left in the second. So we're still looking for the game's first goal. Toronto's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. It's kind of odd to see Allen kind of double up Utah on the shot count, considering what the shot count has been for Allen. In fact, it's 24-11. Allen has outshot Utah here so far, including a 10-3 edge in the second period. Bill Aragon, number 42, will take the draw against Utah's Cade Nilsson. Nilsson wins the faceoff. Near side, Grizzlies will loft it ahead. Utah chasing after it is Craig Armstrong, but icing is called as Armstrong closed the gap, but not quite enough. Icing on Utah with 11:19 left in the second. First of a three-game series. Next game will be on Friday night. 5:50 pregame show, 6:10 faceoff over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. This is the first of 7 straight road games for the Grizzlies. Utah will be back on the Maverick Center ice 2 weeks from now as they take on the Indy Fuel in the start of a 3-game series. That's going to be on Thanksgiving weekend. Operators are sitting by. Give them a call at 801-988-8000. If you just want to do it online, it's at utahgrizzlies.com. Tickets for next Wednesday, Grizzlies and the Indy Fuel. Utah wins the draw. They'll push it ahead. Armstrong in the offensive zone, stops along the near boards, drops it back for Jensen, who spins along the wall. Kabori Dunn deep into the attack zone. He'll drop it to the near goal line. Grizzlies hacking away as Upper looking for his first goal. Now up top, Jensen with a shot, and that's blocked. Allen will lumber it back to neutralize. Hardy pass connects to the left wing. Allen over the line as they skate towards the far corner as Jensen loses his bounce, gets back to his feet. Allen at the near goal line will bank it off the boards. Right point, lefty shot is blocked. Grizzlies get it out. Tyson Upper, I believe, blocked the shot. He's chasing after it. Deep in the Allen zone. Ryan Gagnon gets there first before Upper. Upper loses his balance. Gagnon with the puck as he'll roll along. Nolan Orzek couldn't reach it. He'll chase after it as he'll lose the puck. He'll lose his stick. Grizzlies in the far corner get knocked down as the puck ends up going loose into the Grizzlies zone. Running it down at the Utah line. We got to fight! Briley Wood and Riley Janelle as Wood starts hammering away 2-3 rights as Janelle was on one knee and the linesmen step in. Boy, Janelle and Wood got physical over in the far corner of the American zone. I think both guys just had it. That's the first pro fight for Briley Wood. Riley Janelle dropping the gloves, I believe, for the first time this year as he's got 8 penalty minutes and now make it 13, I believe, unless they're going to call it matching roughing minors. Either way, with 10:21 left in the second, we saw, I believe, the tail end of the fight between Briley Wood and Riley Janelle. As both guys were hustling over in the far corner and hustled a little bit too much. How about that on Flow Sports? They got boo this guy pointing at Wood and then cheer this guy, Janelle. We're going to cheer Briley Wood. We're not necessarily going to boo Janelle. We're not that type of broadcast, but Briley Wood's one of those guys, 21 years old, and he's got good size. And he's listed at 6'3" and 188 pounds. You know that his frame's going to fill out a little bit as he gets a little bit older. He's a guy that's off to a good start this season. And when we talked to him at Media Day, talked about getting in front of the net, getting active, getting those redirections and things like that, and utilizing his size. Janelle pushed Gallant. It was actually Gallant that Janelle got physical with, and Briley Wood stepped in and decided he was going to fight Janelle. And that's how it got started. As they showed a replay, and it really was Janelle getting physical with Gallant and Wood protecting his teammates. Utah wins the faceoff. We continue to skate 5-on-5. Dashke along the near side will loft it ahead as he was looking for Jensen, who couldn't extend his stick far enough. Jensen's got good speed as Allen will outlet it to center ice. Let's go this way. Grizzlies enter back into the camera area, but Utah is offside with an even 10 minutes left in the second period, so we're exactly through the halfway point. It's possible that the most eventful thing that's happened so far is that fight between Briley Wood and Riley Janelle. There wasn't a single penalty in the first period. Both teams have been a little bit more active on the penalty kill. Allen is 0 for Utah's power play is 0 for 1. Allen's is 0 for 2. Allen has doubled up the Grizzlies in shots 24-12. Derek Dashke and Tyson Upper each lead Utah with 3 shots each. Skating 5-on-5, Wood and Janelle are in the box serving fighting majors. Allen over the attack line. They center it, and the shot is blocked. That shot was taken by Braden Watts, who had 60 goals in 4 seasons with Wichita. First year with Allen. As the puck back to neutralize, the Grizzlies get it with Dashke's at the Utah line. They'll throw it back to Yoon. Actually, that doesn't look like it's Yoon. It's Gallant. Gallant got spun around by Watts. Grizzlies dump it in, and it's icing as the pass was incomplete near the Allen line. Boy, second time there in about a minute, somebody got physical with Gallant as he was at neutral ice and got spun around by an Allen check. And hopefully Gallant's okay as they show Krenkovic and Watts skating towards the bench. I believe icing was called on Utah. Draw is going to come back towards Adam Scheel. This might be one of the best games that Scheel has played as a member of the Grizzlies. He's been busy, but he's been pretty solid as he has saved all 24 he has seen. Knock on wood, of course. First of a three-game set. After this week, the three-game series against Allen, the Grizzlies will be in Wichita, Kansas for a three-game set against what appears to be an improved Wichita Thunder team. And then the road trip ends with a Sunday afternoon showdown at BOK Center against the Tulsa Oilers. Off the draw, right point, righty shot, sticked away by Scheel. That shot was taken by Ryan Gagnon from the right point. 2-on-2 battle over the near side. Grizzlies push it ahead. Utah over the line. Dylan Fitz racing after the loose puck. He's in the near corner. He pushes Allen along the glass. The glass sways back and forth. 9:08 and counting left in the second. As a 2-on-2 battle, Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck. Buell feeds it out in front. Backhand shot goes wide. That was taken by Aragon. Aragon with Fitz and Buell today. As Fitz trips up an American behind the net, and that's Nielsen. Oh, they're going to call Fitz on the trip. As Nielsen was trying to secure the puck behind his net, Fitz tripped him up. And so Dylan Fitz is going to get 2 minutes with 8:54 left in the second period. It will be Allen's third power play of the second period. And that'll be when we come back in 1 minute. Still no score over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's.
Dylan Fitz gets 2 minutes. Actually, they listed Cameron Buell with the penalty. Fitz was in the area, I believe, as he was battling with Andrew Nilsson behind Allen's net. They get, according to the score bug, they've got Buell with the penalty with 8:54 left in the second period. It'll look like Fitz. I mean, Buell and Fitz were both out there at the same time. It does look like Buell got the tripping minor 11:06 into the second period. So it'll be Allen's third power play, Utah's third penalty kill. Allen has 25 shots to Utah's 12. Brodzinski, Nilsson, and Watts each lead Allen with 3 shots, and those are probably the 3 guys to watch out for on Allen's power play, in particular Nilsson with his powerful shots. Although I'm not sure if Nilsson's out there right now as we get a little bit of a wide shot on Flow Sports. 8:54 left in the second period. Allen wins the draw as the Americans. Brodzinski gets it back up top. Nilsson on the left side over to Krenkovic. Back to Andrew Nilsson. He's in the high slot over to Krenkovic as they play catch. Krenkovic moves it to Brodzinski, left side, lefty shot, righty shot, and a score. Asachuk was out in front of the net, and it looks like he redirected the shot, and Asachuk gets the goal. It's his second of the year. And with 8:39 left in the second period, the Americans draw first blood. It's a 1-0 game. I think Brodzinski took the shot along the far boards. Asachuk was out in front of the net. Brodzinski to Asachuk. He says he redirected it. Either way, the shot was taken about waist high, and the Americans score with 8:39 left in the second. So Allen scores on their third power play of the morning. Draw is going to be at center ice. Grizzlies skating from right to left in the second period. Asachuk believed he redirected the Brodzinski shot, so Asachuk will get his second goal of the season. Grizzlies win the faceoff and dump it in. Armstrong closes the gap quickly, as well as throws it towards the far boards. As a 2-on-2 battle in the Allen zone along the far wall. Grizzlies get knocked down. They get it to Yoon in the right point. He'll fire it around the wall. Armstrong in the near corner gets pushed by Hudson Wilson. as Armstrong breaks free. As he skates along the near wall, gets up top to Dashke, across to Hume. He's on the right side, takes a righty shot, and that gets blocked away over in the far circle, and it goes out of play. 8:09 left in the second period. Looked like Bell Aragon was the one that blocked the shot. This draw is going to be an offensive zone one for the Grizzlies. First time that Bell Aragon has played against Utah. Third game this season for him. 6 feet, 185 pounds. Manning wins the draw clean. Right side, righty shot. Goes wide and out of play. A stick might have gotten in the way as Reed Lebster right off the draw had a good look, but missed wide, and the puck went out of play with 8:06 left in the second. Lebster is a guy to watch out for. He's been impressive for the Grizzlies since he was acquired in a trade with Florida a couple weeks ago. Utah wins the draw. Dashke near side. Forced it out in front. Tons of bodies in front of the crease. Allen comes out with a puck, and they'll clear it out to center. Run down by the Grizzlies. They skate from right to left. Utah's in their own zone now. They'll negotiate out to center ice. Grizzlies will drag it into the attack zone, and that's Reed Lebster. Lebster trying to get it up top towards Dashke. Puck stayed along him and glides towards the far boards. Allen hustling after the loose puck. They get to the right point. Grizzlies keep it in. Yoon to Dashke's on the left side. Try to center it. As the puck goes wide of the mark, they show Asachuk. Puck's still alive, but they show Asachuk on the video board. Grizzlies in the attack zone for crying out loud. As Utah fires towards the net, it goes wide. Allen diagonal pass connects at center ice. Allen over the line. Braden Guy stops on the right side, waits for everybody else to enter. Siren pass out in front. Shot goes just wide as Guy was looking for a cutter out in front. Bell Aragon behind the net. He gets it towards Liam Gorman, the former Penguins draft pick a handful of years ago. He'll lay it out as Allen will skate around Schill's net. Now he stopped behind the net. Allen gets it towards the left side. Swing and a miss by Duart. He'll feed it up top. Allen spreads the ice in the attack zone. High slot as the Americans walk in. Kulikov gets cut off, gets the puck back. Left circle, lefty shot, saved by Schill. And play stops with 6:49 left in the second. Draw's going to be in the Grizzly zone. Asachuk got the goal for Allen on the power play. 11:21 with Brodzinski and Kyle Krankovic getting the assists. 4 other games in action. One other Mountain Division game. Late second period, Kansas City leads Wichita 2-1. We'll go over all the league scores, and we'll go over the Mountain Division standings during the second intermission. Grizzlies win the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left. Kabori Dunn will lumber with the puck. Blue line to blue line pass, bouncing off a stick. Warzek runs it down deep in the American zone, and he'll wing it along the boards. Allen will saucer it all the way deep, and no icing on the play as the Americans got behind Utah's defense, or at least one American did. As Grizzlies will loft his puck saucers and helicopters all the way deep into the Allen zone. Run down by Mike Van Unen, who was born on February 26, 1999 with one other. As Van Unen gets to Grizzlies territory, neutral ice, and he'll slice it in. As the Grizzlies shield behind his net, will force it to the near side for Dunn. Dunn gets pushed in the back by Brodzinski. As Brodzinski holds up Dunn along the near boards. 2-on-2 scrum. 2 Grizzlies looking nearby. Schill looks over as he surveys deep in the Grizzlies zone. And the Grizzlies come out of the pile with the puck as Buell will loft it all the way, and the puck knuckles and wobbles all the way deep into the Allen zone. Run down by the Americans. They get the loose puck behind their net with less than 6 minutes left in the second. Ryan Gagnon dangles the puck back and forth. Both teams spread the ice. It's been a kind of a weird game. Obviously, the time of game, both teams are used to being on the ice for morning skate this time of day, but it's kind of tough to get the body moving for 60 minutes worth of hockey. Long-range pass to center ice now, and eventually dumps it in. 2 passes get it all the way deep into the Grizzly zone. Utah will wing it to the near wall for Messner, who will skip it to the right side. Grizzlies get the bouncing puck. They step over the line. I think that's Fairbrother. Right side, lefty shot that goes wide. It was Fairbrother. As Utah spins it to the near corner, Messner gets spun around. A stick goes flying, and that's Allen's stick. As Fairbrother, left side backhand shot, saved by Wells. Rebound shot, and Allen's able to clear it back towards the near wall. Boy, Messner had a good look out in front of the net. Left side, Shearer gets over to Messner. One-timer, glove saved by Wells. Boy, that was a low liner by Messner. He put a ton of steam on it. Wells got it about knee high and holds on. 4:47 left in the second period as Wells talks to the mustached referee. Today it's Tyler Haskell. I remember Haskell being clean-shaven in years past, but he's sporting a sweet-looking 80s-style mustache. Allen leads 1-0 on Spencer Asachuk's power play goal. We're back in 1 minute. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for
4 minutes and 47 seconds are left in the second period. Allen leads 1-0 as Spencer Asachuk got a power play goal as he redirected an Easton Brodzinski shot. 11:21 into the second period. Brodzinski and Kronkovic with the assists. Allen has outshot Utah 27-15. Allen wins the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from left to right. Americans in a red jersey, white numbers, white lettering, dump it all the way in. Schill behind his net gets it towards Derek Dashke as he'll loft it ahead towards Manning. Manning gets back checked at neutralized by Krankovic. The two number 16s battle. Manning comes out with it. He'll move it to his right. Grizzlies over the line. I think that's Craig Armstrong. Tried to find a cutter out in front of the net. Pass goes wide. Utah will slice it towards the left side for Armstrong. Armstrong to the near corner, gets the loose puck. He'll skate it. He'll throw it, loft the pass, and a wraparound shot goes wide. Allen crossing center ice, and they'll move it on to Shields. The puck bounced off the end board, stick side on Adam Shield. As Yoon to Dashke. He'll drag it out to center ice. And Allen back in. Americans are offside, we believe, as play had stopped. As Orzek was battling Dashke, as Orzek was trying to move his way to the near corner. 3 minutes and 55 seconds are left in the second period. As Orzek and Dashke talk things over. Orzek's going to skate towards the penalty box, but stop at center ice. It was just offside on Allen. 3:55 left in the second period in the first of a three-game series. Bell Aragon wins the draw against Cameron Buell as Allen will tattoo it off the far boards. The Americans will dump it in as Schill let it go. As Grizzlies get back checked, Utah fanned on a pass, did Buell. Allen at neutral ice will fire it back in. Schill lays it for Jensen behind the net. Grizzlies along the far wall gets neutralized. Allen's been strong in the back check as they poke it away from Utah. As the Americans will race into the offensive zone left side. They get around a defenseman. Allen backhands it out in front. It's kicked away by Shield as Allen didn't have much of a shooting angle. Mike Van Unen back in his own end. 3:13 and counting left in the second. We'll get it across to Nolan Orzek. Back to Mike Van Unen. He's a defenseman. Rylan Van Unen, his twin brother's a left winger. As the Americans over the line, they'll lay it in the near point as Allen loses it. Grizzlies kick it off an Allen skate. As the Grizzlies enter from the right side, Allen back defensively. Utah trying to get to the high slot. The pass goes wide of the mark. Ahead, Allen into the attack zone as they lose their balance. Grizzlies with a good poke check. Utah re-enters from the left side. Cole Gallant dancing around near circle, calls his own number, shot, and that's blocked away. Stick side on Wells. And it deflects out of play with 2:40 left in the second. Boy, Gallant entered the offensive zone. He was all alone in the near circle, and he was just looking for a cutter. Once he realized that he was the shooter, he went stick side on Wells, but Wells makes the stop. Boy, Dylan Wells was off to a really slow start this season, but he's played well today. He's got a 2-2 record. He has won both of Allen's. He's got the victory in both of Allen's 2 wins. He has a 5.77 goals against average and 873 save percentage. Gallant will take the draw against Mark Duart. Gallant in his second full season as a pro at Western Michigan University. Draw kind of stays in the circle. Utah wins it as James Schur skates towards the near corner, fires into traffic, and it goes wide. Ryan Gagnon skates around his net. Grizzlies switch up forwards as the Americans, blue line to blue line pass, tapped off a stick. It goes all the way to the far corner. Grizzlies run it down. I believe that's Dashke. Could be Fairbrother. Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, to Manning. He crosses center ice. Manning over the line as he shuffles towards the near corner. Now Manning around the net. He's surrounded by two Americans, although I think they're both from Canada, as Manning goes down, far corner. Grizzlies, a lot of traffic with Allen in front of their net. They've been sound defensively. Utah feeds it back to the right side. Grizzlies now on the left. Armstrong fires a lefty shot that goes high over Wells' head. Puck still alive. Grizzlies all over in the right point, but just dangle with the puck, and puck ended up going out of the zone. Looks like puck handling's been a little bit difficult here this morning. As Armstrong out to the left side, Grizzlies cross center. Lebster back to his line, skates horizontally. Now he'll move it to the right side. Dumping it in is Cade Nilsson. 1:26 and counting left in the second, as Briley Wood, I believe, is out after his fighting major. He's out of the box. I believe he's on the bench. Over to the left side. Allen left wing, lefty shot. And looks like Schill was able to make a save. As it looked like Allen and James Hardy is beside himself. He was all alone over in the left circle. He had a strong look, and either Schill robbed him or Hardy missed the net completely. Either way, there's 1:18 left in the second. As everybody patting Hardy on the back, telling him to stick with it. Kind of one of those, hey, we'll get him next time kind of things. Draw's going to be in the far circle. Grizzlies zone, 1:18 left in the second. We'll go over all the stats of the first two periods. Unfortunately, shots can be tough to track on this video, on the feed I'm getting from time to time. Allen wins the draw left side. Americans in the attack zone. They throw it towards the middle. Krenkovic one-timers blocked away. Grizzlies will drag it out to neutral ice. The only goal was on a redirection out in front on an Allen power play. Both teams have been sound defensively. Puck to the far side. 2-on-2 battle over in the far corner, deep in the American zone. Puck goes back to the right point. That's Hume. He'll get to the right side now up top. Dashke, high slot, lefty shot, and that's blocked away. There's about 5 people in front of the crease. Now Dashke rolls it along the wall, fits in the right side, pitches it up top. Yoon looking for a shoulder fake, but it bounced off his stick, and the puck goes out to neutral ice. Yoon loses it. Allen 3-on-2. They step over the line across to Krenkovic. Right side centering pass out in front goes wide as they were looking for a cutter out in front. And the puck slides slowly towards Wells, and he'll outlet it off the near wall. 23 seconds left in the second. Grizzlies trying to reach it. Allen skates in. Krenkovic shot. Saved by Schill. Puck went high into the air, bounced in the crease. Grizzlies will bank it off the near boards. 13 seconds left in the period. Grizzlies over the line. 3-on-3. Wood to the near circle. Take a righty shot. And he goes wide. He missed the net stick side on Wells. 5 seconds left. Grizzlies. Right side lefty shot is blocked. And that will do it for 40 minutes over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Spencer Asachuk scored on the power play, and that was 11 and a half minutes into the second period, and that's the only goal of the game. Asachuk's goal was scored 11:21 in, with Brzezinski and Krenkovic getting the assists. Well, Schill had to play outstanding through 2 periods, and he has. And both teams who have struggled defensively a little bit to start the season have been on point. These are the 2 teams in terms of goals allowed per game. They're at the bottom of the barrel, but Allen has put together a good 40-minute effort, and we'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to tie it up and eventually take a lead, as Utah has been a strong third-period club this season. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods. Once again, the score after 2 periods, it's the Allen Americans 1 and the Utah Grizzlies 0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Second intermission over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, and the Allen Americans lead the Utah Grizzlies 1-0. One of the kind of puzzling things about this morning's game has been the shot difference. You know, we'd mentioned a couple times that Allen on average has been outshot by 18 per game, but today it's Allen that leads the shot count 29-17. Allen had 14 shots in the first and 15 in the second. Grizzlies with 8 shots in the first and 9 in the second. Derek Dashke leads the Grizzlies with 4 shots. Tyson Upper's taken 3. Yoon, Manning, and Gallant each have 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Messner, Wood, Lebster, and Fairbrother. Adam Schill's been great through 2 periods, and he's had to be, as he has saved 28 of 29. Dylan Wells on the Allen side he's stopped all 17. Seems like the Grizzlies are trying to go stick side on him quite a bit. But to either miss the net or Wells has done a solid job for Allen. And, you know, he's a guy that's got a good amount of AHL experience, and it really isn't that much of a surprise that Wells has played well, even though he's gotten off to a bit of a slow start this season. Last year in 18 games with the AHL's Tucson Roadrunners, he had a 10-5-3 record with a 3.28 goals against average and .898 save percentage. He even played in 7 games last year with the Idaho Steelheads, and he won all 7 games. He's also got AHL experience with Bakersfield and Chicago and Rockford. And he even got in 1 NHL game, did Wells. He played in 1 period for the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2022-23 season. Wells, a former 5th-round pick by Edmonton back in 2016. So obviously he's a capable goaltender, and he's played a good game here so far. We didn't see a single power play in the first period. We saw a few more in the second. Allen went 1 for 3 on the power play. Utah was 0 for 1. And the power play that made the difference, Cameron Buell got a tripping minor, even though when we saw it live, it looked like it was Fitz that was behind the net. And Andrew Nilsson drew the penalty as he was trying to get the puck behind his own net. But it just was what it was. Spencer Asachuk was out in front of the net. Brzezinski took the shot. It was tough to tell from the replay if Asachuk got a piece of it, but he believed he did. As he celebrated, he got the goal and skated to the bench first. Brzezinski and Krenkovic picked up the assist. And for Brzezinski, he's really been a Grizzlies killer, almost to the level of Tahoe's Logan Nelson. And after all, Brzezinski got a hat trick on November 2nd against Utah. That was a game Allen won 5-1. And, we'll just see what happens here tonight. Actually, it was a 6-4 game, Allen defeating Utah on November 2nd. So Brzezinski comes through again. Interesting with Allen in their shot chart, it's been a very balanced attack. It's not like it's been 2 or 3 guys for them. They've got 6 guys that have taken 3 shots, which are tied for their club lead today. Brzezinski, Asachuk, Bell Aragon, Andrew Nilsson, as well as Hardy and Watts. Boy, Hardy had a look there late in the second period. He was all alone, and unfortunately, there have been a few instances there where there were just open guys, either down, either in either circle, or in the case there at one point in the second period, it looked like Brzezinski had a wide open look on a centering pass, and it was him and Schill made the save on him. Just Allen's had a lot of open shooters through 2 periods. It's been, it hasn't just been one or two guys. It's been everybody for Allen that's fired away. 6 guys with 3 shots, and there are, looks like 4 different players that have taken 2 shots for the Americans. They've gotten contributions from, it feels like every line, every forward line, and all 6 of their defensemen have really stepped up. But it's only a 1-goal game, and if you're the Grizzlies, all you need is that one to tie it up. And the Grizzlies, remember last Saturday, and was really a thrilling game against Tahoe. They were trailing 4-3 halfway through the third period, and then Cameron Buell and Dylan Fitz really showed up. Buell scored back-to-back goals with Fitz assisting on both of Buell's goals, and then obviously Fitz added the empty netter at the end. The Grizzlies ended up winning 6-4. Utah is going to need a similar type of third period performance if they want to come away with 2 standings points this afternoon. It's one of 5 morning games in the league. Looks like 3 of them have already gone final. South Carolina and Worcester were tied at 1 early in the third period, but South Carolina scored 3 unanswered, and they come away with a 4-1 victory. Interestingly enough, there were multiple fights in the game. Now, remember, this is a game that has all the field trip kids, 5th, 6th, 7th graders, and there were 2 fights in the game, one in the second period and then one in the third. I'm pretty sure the school board in the Worcester area was thrilled about that. South Carolina comes away with a victory over the Worcester Railers. South Carolina's record goes to 6-2-1. Worcester falls to 5-5. Greenville defeats Savannah 4-3. Grizzlies won't face either team during the regular season. Savannah had a pretty solid shot advantage, 45-31, but it's Greenville. It comes away with the 4-3 victory on home ice. Greenville's record goes to 4-3-1. Savannah falls to 7-4. Indy gets a 4-1 victory over Toledo. Remember, the Indy Fuel will be the Grizzlies' opponent on Thanksgiving week. That's the next Grizzlies homestand, and that's going to be on Thanksgiving weekend. Next Grizzlies home game will be 2 weeks from now on November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, and the Indy Fuel will be in town with Luke Salem and Nathan Burke. Burke had 2 assists, and Salem had 1 assist and was a +2. So 2 former Grizzlies on the Indy Fuel roster, and both guys contributed to Indy's 3-goal victory. Peyton Jones was on the Indy roster, and he was suspended from the team. He might be moving to Europe or something like that. As Peyton Jones was on Indy and actually played pretty well in 4 games, but it looks like Jones is not in the Indy lineup as we speak. And who knows if he'll be there in 2 weeks from now. Indy 4, Toledo 1, and one other game that's currently in progress. It started about the same time the Grizzlies game did. Kansas City and Wichita are tied at 2. Cade Borchard has both of Kansas City's goals. Butchler and Walker found the back of the net for Wichita. Looks like the Thunder are a pretty good team this season. They're off to a good start at 6-4. Kansas City, the defending Western Conference champions, are 6-3-0-1. And Wichita's goaltender today is a familiar name. That's former Grizzly and longtime NHL goaltender Aaron Dell. Dell spent many years with the San Jose Sharks. He was with the Grizzlies in the 2013-2014 season. Dell this morning has saved 27 of 29. So it'll be fun next week to see Aaron Dell in action against the Grizzlies, as after Utah completes a 3-game series in Allen, the Grizzlies will be at Intrust Bank Arena for a 3-game series. That's going to be 3 straight days next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, November 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Then the Grizzlies will have a Saturday off on November 23rd, travel to Tulsa and face the Oilers on Sunday, November 24th. And I'm going to be thanking my lucky stars to watch football on that particular Saturday with a lot of interesting games in action. So 5 games in action. 3 have already gone final in the league. There are 3 night games in the league this evening. Reading is at Maine, and that's going to be at 5 o'clock. At 7 o'clock is a Mountain Division showdown between Rapid City and Idaho. Rapid City's got a record of 1-6-1-2. Idaho is 6-4. At 8 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone, Tulsa is at Tahoe. First time Tulsa's ever been to Tahoe. Tulsa's got a record of 6-2-1. Grizzlies will face them on Sunday, November 24th for just a 1-game stay over at BOK Center to end the 7-game road trip. The Tahoe Night Monsters, if they get any sort of goaltending, they're going to be a tough team to beat. They've got some outstanding forwards, as we saw this past weekend at Maverick Center. Tahoe's got a record of 4-2-1. We'll preview the NHL action tonight, and we'll also talk some hockey and get set for third period action as the Grizzlies are trailing by 1. It's a 1-0 score, so the Grizzlies are within striking range. Remember, the Grizzlies have been a good third period club so far this season. We'll come back and continue with intermission coverage here on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Welcome back. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out at the Grizz Cave near the Grizzlies team store. The team is in Allen, Texas to take on the Americans. Second intermission, and we'll see if the Grizzlies have a comeback in them. As Allen leads 1-0, the Americans have outshot the Grizzlies 29-17. The NHL slate has 5 games. TNT has a national doubleheader. Red Wings and Penguins do battle, a rematch of a Stanley Cup final from a decade and a half ago. Detroit is 6-7-1 this season. Pittsburgh is 6-9-2, and the Penguins have had some goaltending issues. The second half of the doubleheader features the Grizzlies NHL affiliate. That's the Colorado Avalanche, who are looking to go over the 500 mark. Colorado is 8-8 this season. They are taking on the 9-5-3 LA Kings. The Allen Americans NHL affiliate is also in action. It just happens to be the Utah Hockey Club, and that's their first ever meeting with the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina is in town for the first time ever, and I'm hoping that Patrick McCarthy, who's working in the Grizzlies office, he is sitting by. Hopefully he's taking everybody's calls. They're tuned into this game, as obviously the Grizzlies are 2 weeks away from their next homestand. Patrick grew up in North Carolina, and he's a big Hurricanes fan. Hopefully he was able to get a ticket and is able to go to tonight's game. 2 other games in the NHL tonight, 5:30. Toronto is at Washington. Washington's off to a good start there, 10-4 this season. Toronto is 9-6-2. And at 8 o'clock, Vegas is at Anaheim. If I remember right, I think Vegas will be in town on Friday night, taking on the Utah Hockey Club. Good luck trying to get a ticket for that game, as Vegas, one of the more popular teams here in the Salt Lake Valley. When we come back, we'll have third period action, quite a few highlights. The big one in the second period, Briley Wood got his first pro fight in as he got in a fight with Riley Janelle. They just showed kind of the tail end of the fight. It might have been a pretty quick one. Looked like Wood was able to get a couple punches there in the end when Janelle was on one knee. And it's hard to really say who won that fight. It was almost like it was too quick of a fight to determine a winner. But Wood did get in a fight with Riley Janelle in the second period. We'll see if the Grizzlies can stay out of the penalty box in the third and get some offensive flow going. If the Grizzlies can find a way to tie it up, I mean, Utah, you're almost looking for Saturday being a blueprint. You know, it almost feels like that kind of team where you got a lot of guys that are capable of stepping up and playing big. It's just a matter of who's going to get that big goal for the Grizzlies. Is it going to be Derek Dashke, Last Saturday, it was Cameron Buell and Dylan Fitz that really came through for Utah in the third period. Who's going to be today? Is it going to be Cole Gallant, who had some good shifts in the second period? Or maybe it's that combination of Manning, Messner, and Lebster. Can they come through and to get the big goal for the Grizzlies this morning? Either way, somebody's going to have to do it, as Utah is in game 1 of 7 straight on the road, and we'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in them. We'll come back and have third period action on the other side. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh forever.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Who's going to get that big goal for the Grizzlies? Right now, Allen leads Utah 1-0 heading into the third period. It's Kids Day, as there's a ton of kids in attendance over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, and it looks like they're all having a good time. And for the Grizzlies, they've been a pretty decent third period club lately. Remember last Saturday, that's got to be the blueprint. Utah was trailing 4-3 and then scored 3 unanswered to defeat Tahoe 6-4. Grizzlies are 4-3 on the season. Allen is 2-5-1. We'll see if the Grizzlies can come away with their third road victory of the season, as Allen tells their fans to get loud over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. The Americans have outshot the Grizzlies 29-17. Utah be skating from left to right as we see it from Flow Sports. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Be a little bit patient with me as we're just at the mercy of the video feed. Utah wins the draw, with a diagonal pass that connects. Left point, lefty shot, glove saved by Wells. And the Grizzlies get their first shot 9 seconds into the third period, and play stops 10 seconds into the third. As Wells holds on, the Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. That's the 18th shot and 18th save made by Dylan Wells. Grizzlies have the same 5 that started the game on the ice with Messner, Gallant, and Briley Wood. Gallant took the face-off. It's won by Allen as they'll skate, throw the puck from one corner to the other. Americans spread the ice, and they'll skip it all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Puck got some air under it. Grizzlies run down. They get the loose puck, as I try to get it from the far side to the near side. It bounced off an Allen skate. Grizzlies lofted out to center ice. Allen will retreat and get it deep in their own end. Icing is on Utah as we get a whistle with 19:26 left in the third. Grizzlies trivia question today. The question is, when was the last time the Grizzlies had a morning game, a game that started before noon? That's the trivia question. We'll give you the answer here shortly. The last time the Grizzlies played one of these morning games, when was it? Gallant will take the draw against Braden Watts. Watts wins the face-off. Nilsson over in the high slot gets to the right side for Gagnon. He'll throw it to Mark Duarte in the far corner. He gets a good hip check from Utah. Grizzlies carry it out to Neutrice. Allen back defensively. Boy, for a team that's allowed about 5 goals per game, Allen's been on point defensively. Grizzlies run down the puck over the near side as Utah spreads the ice skating from left to right. Utah will fly it all the way to the Allen line. Nobody was there for Allen, delayed offside. The Americans will pitch it out to center ice. Grizzlies will get it back in their own end. Shearer gets the Fairbrother. He's in the near circle. Fairbrother with a long-range pass. And he was looking for Manning and Webster. Pass goes deep. It got redirected at neutral ice. Puck deep in the Allen zone. Mark Duart will push it back to the Grizzlies' end. Shield watches it go. Icing waved off as Fairbrother was trailing an American. Now the Grizzlies, far side, get to neutral ice across center ice. 3-on-3. They step over the line. As Grizzlies are on side, Armstrong was hoping for a pass down the middle that never came as Allen took the puck away. Allen's won those battles along the boards. We get a whistle. Let's see. There was a stick that got held up. And looks like a penalty is going to be on Andrew Nilsson. He can't believe it. It looked like, as they were showing a wide shot, looked like there was a Grizzly stick that kind of was extended a little bit. Andrew Nilsson can't believe it. He is hot as he gets a penalty a minute 45 into the third period. As Nilsson, well, it's interesting. He's looking at that net guard. He was kind of adjusting what would look like a net guard, and he gets a penalty. He didn't get the official signal as to what the penalty was, but the Grizzlies get their second power play of the morning. So it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. Watch out for Briley Wood. He's in the right wing. Watch out for Wood in particular in front of the net. With his big 6'3" frame, he could do some damage there and make an impact. Gallant will take the face-off for the Grizzlies. We see Messner and Yoon on the ice. Can't tell who's in the left point. The Grizzlies a little bit slow to talk things over. Nilsson gets a 2-minute penalty. Gallant will take the draw. This time it's won by Allen towards the near corner. Hudson Wilson does a good job of boxing out Mick Messner, and the Americans clear it all the way towards Shield. Brian Yoon quarterbacking this power play. Nilsson got an interference minor, 1:45 into the third. As Gallant pushes across, Grizzlies over the line, left point. They try to get it back towards Dashke. Dashke gets it jabbed away at by Allen, and the Americans clear it back out. Shield behind his net will drop it as the Grizzlies will skate from left to right. Yoon down the middle, gets to neutral ice, cross the center. He'll lay it back to the left side. Now across to Gallant. Over to Briley Wood, right side. He skates along the near board, stops before he gets to the corner, drops it back for Yoon. Messner over to Yoon, back to Messner. Over to Yoon, they play catch. Yoon will move it back to the high slot. Messner, right side, one-timer goes wide. Dashke gets it in the left point. He'll throw it to the far corner. I believe that's Gallant. Gallant will skate towards the high slot. He'll push it to Dashke. Left side. Lefty shot goes wide as he missed stick side on Wells. As the puck is brushed from Dashke towards the near side, Grizzlies get it up top to Yoon. Over to Dashke. High slot. Dangles the puck. Veers off to the left. Dashke over to Yoon. He's all alone in the high slot. He fakes a shot. Gets to Messner. Back to Yoon. One-timer, and that's blocked. Puck kept the opposite in front of the crease. Allen gets it, and they'll lift it over Yoon's head as the puck bounces into the Grizzlies zone. 30 seconds left in Utah's power play. Nilsson's in the box serving an interference minor. Grizzlies will switch things up as Yoon comes off. Fitz is on the ice, pretty much replacing the role that Wood would have on that power play unit. Grizzlies get to neutral ice. Reed Webster gets around a check, steps over the line with speed. Skates to the far side, tried to lay it out in front, hit a little bit of the side of the net. Allen gets it, and they'll helicopter it all the way out towards Shield. Shield outlets it to neutral ice. Coming out of the box is Nilsson. As Utah's now 0 for 2 on the power play. Fitz delivers a hit in the near side. 3-on-3 scrum deep in the American zone as Wells looks over his left shoulder. As they continue to battle. Webster in the area surveying. Grizzlies hold their ground. Luke Manning spins around, trying to get to Webster. Allen got a stick in the way. Now the Americans come out with a puck. Quick in the transition game. James Hardy skates towards the left side. Toe drag, shot, and he misses wide as he missed glove side on Shield. As Bell Aragon will dangle with the puck. He's a good puck handler. He'll get to the near side as Allen dances around. As Warzek spins, skates towards the corner. Now Bell Aragon gets it back towards an unidentified person on the left side. As the Americans get it back towards the far circle. They try to center it out in front. Pass goes wide as it kind of force one into traffic. Americans, Hardy. Now up top, Orzek. Over to the right side. One-timer saved by Shield. Rebound goes towards Utah's. Brzezinski couldn't extend his stick far enough. Utah dumps it back in. Now left wing pass connects. Brzezinski over the offensive line. Left side. Skates along the near goal line. He couldn't get a wraparound as Grizzlies cut in front of him. As Grizzlies get the puck. As Utah will bank it off the far boards. Grizzlies get their way to the center red line. Fitz dumps it in. 5 minutes into the third period, Allen still leads 1-0. Americans skipping out to center ice. Good hands by the Americans' Braden Guy. He'll throw it off the near boards. As Stewart gets cut off by Dunn. Dunn holds his face severe, hit with a high stick. Stewart wraparound, shot goes wide as the puck kicks towards the far circle. Tyson Uppers played a good game. He'll feed a right wing pass that connects towards Nilsson. Now the Grizzlies, Briley Wood gets it across past what goes wide and off the far wall. Grizzlies are in the offensive zone. They get to the far corner. Allen poked it away. Oh, Allen's done a good job with redirections, deflections. They've been active with their sticks today. Americans over the line. Duart tried to push it towards the end boards. Grizzlies extend their stick to get in the way. They loft it towards the left point. Nilsson gets it. Shot. Looking for a redirection. It goes wide as Allen in control of the puck. Right point. Americans. Hudson Wilson will feed it to the far circle. Now back up top. Nilsson switched over to the right side. He'll skate over to the circle, take a lefty shot. That's blocked. And the puck goes all the way out to the Allen zone as the Americans race after it. And it should be a delayed penalty as well as it's coming off the ice. Penalty on the Grizzlies coming up as Allen over the attack line. And Utah touched it up as Allen was looking for a pass in the left circle. 13 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third period. And it's going to be an Allen power play. It'll be their fourth of the afternoon. The Americans lead the Grizzlies 1-0. We'll come back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. Allen should be on the power play. 13:39 left in the third. The answer to the Grizzlies trivia question today, the last time the Grizzlies had a game that started before noon, that was last year against the Iowa Heartlanders. In the first of what turned out to be a very difficult three-game series, Allen defeated Utah 3-2 on November 15th, 2023, which the anniversary of that game will be on Friday. Iowa ended up sweeping Utah in the three-game series. And the middle of that three-game set was a shutout by former Grizzly goaltender Peyton Jones. So Wells will come back in net. We're not sure what the penalty was or who's in the box, but we believe it is a penalty on the Grizzlies. Asachuk counting numbers. Wells went towards the bench. It is a penalty on Briley Wood. That's the only thing we know. 2 minutes are on the score bug on the left side of the screen. Briley Wood broke a hockey rule. Asachuk, they show him, and Asachuk's a guy that the Grizzlies are going to have to watch out for, in particular in front of the net. And with his size at 6'6" and 230 pounds, he certainly makes an impact. Manning and Messner out there, and Messner, at times, he's been very aggressive when the Grizzlies have been shorthanded at looking for offense, down a man, or even in the case of the preseason, down two. Oh, it looks like Mark Duart is going to the box instead. So there's a lot of confusion on both sides. I think Allen was thinking that they were going to get the power play. Wells is looking at Tyler Haskell. The arm was raised by the referee, but the penalty appears to be on Allen. Duart shakes his head back and forth. Boy, Wells skated on a delayed penalty. Everybody believed that it was going to be an Allen power play. However, it's an American that's in the box, and it's Duart. So it looks like the Grizzlies are on the power play with 13:39 left in the third. And everybody that's being shown on the Flow Sports screen looks to be very puzzled and confused. So Asachuk, who's an outstanding face-off forward, he'll take the draw. So it appears to be a Grizzlies power play. Briley Wood will take the face-off for Utah. And the draw won by, well, both teams battle for it for a couple seconds. Utah comes out with it. Lepster over to Dashke, right side, lefty shot. And that's blocked away. Might have bounced off of Wells. Gallant to the right side, skates towards the corner. Gallant feeds it up top. Keeping it in is Dashke with his long stick. Over to Gallant. Back to Dashke. He's in the high slot. He'll take a lefty shot. And that's blocked by an Allen stick, and it flies out of play with 1:38 left in Utah's power play and 13:16 left in the third. Dylan Wells, he probably is still very confused. The arm was raised by the referee. He skated to the bench. Allen was coming up ice with the puck, but yet they were the ones that the penalty was on. Wood in the near circle will take the draw against Asachuk. Messner's to Wood's left, and Gallant is on the right side. Lepster and Dashke out there as well. Draw won by Allen, and Riley Janelle will skip it all the way towards Shield. Shield gets it on one hop of the ice, and he corrals the puck at the far goal line and drops it for Dashke. Dashke over to Wood along the near side. He gets to center ice. He'll push it across near Utah's bench. Now the Grizzlies with Lepster get it to Gallant. Gallant splits a double team, skates towards the near corner, and he'll hook it around the wall. As Lepster gathers the puck, he's on the far side. He gets it up top to Messner. Across to Gallant. Gallant on the right side skates towards the circle, gets over towards Dashke. He'll feed it to the left side. Now back to Dashke. Over to Gallant. He's in the near side. Gallant skates towards the right point, gets to Messner, who drops it for Gallant along the near wall. Gallant skates towards the near goal line, fires it to the left side, looking for Wood. It went all the way to the far circle. Grizzlies fanned on a one-timer, and Allen gets it and clears it out. Both teams make a line change. 40 seconds left in Utah's power play, and 12:16 left in the third. Allen still leads 1-0 on Spencer Asachuk's power play goal. 11:25 into the second period. Grizzlies over the line, right side. Well, Fitz drops it back for Fairbrother. Back to Fitz in the near corner. He battles with Nilsson. Those guys were teammates a couple years ago with the Grizzlies. Utah will brush it towards the far wall. Fairbrother gathers the puck, skates towards the far goal line. He surveys, was looking for a centering pass, but instead he gets it back to the left point. Across to Manning, back to Armstrong, over to the left side. Fairbrother with a shot, and that's blocked. Coming out of the box is Dewar, and it's an unsuccessful power play by the Grizzlies. They still trail 1-0 as Utah will race and get it back deep in their own zone, skating from left to right. Utah pushes to the far side. Now Danutre Trice, Grizzlies cross center ice. They step over the line 2-on-3. Over to Manning. He skates towards the near corner. He gets pushed by Mike Van Unen, and Matt Van Unen takes Manning off the puck. As Van Unen takes a spill at Trice, Manning on the back check, no call either way. As Allen steps over the offensive line, skates to the left side. Bell Aragon tried to feed it out in front of the net, and the pass went incomplete. Grizzlies cross center ice. They enter the offensive zone, 3-on-3. Allen pokes it back into Grizzlies territory. Now Allen enters the zone. Bell Aragon gets back checked and taken off the puck. Grizzlies cross center. They tried to dump it in, but it kind of skipped off a stick. Utah in control of it, high slot. And now it goes towards Manning. I try to center it out in front, and the pass goes wide of the mark. Allen 2-on-2 as they enter the zone and drop it off. Now pass ahead to Utah as the Grizzlies, Manning with a right side shot that goes wide. Puck in the near corner about halfway through the third period. Action deep in the Allen zone. Wood surveys. Allen comes out with a 50-50 puck. Americans will bounce off the near boards. Pass goes tape to Watts. He skates to the Utah line near side, and he'll throw it in. Schill cuts it off behind his net. We're halfway through the third period. Allen still leads 1-0. Grizzlies off the far boards get it at center ice. Utah over the offensive blue line as the Grizzlies get double teamed and get the puck taken away from him. 3-on-1. Allen will get it back towards Watts. Grizzlies with a good poke check as they intercepted the centering pass from circle to circle, and the puck ends up back at the Allen line. As the Americans pitch it back to center ice, Watts to Krenkovic, back towards Watts in the give and go. He got a stick lifted by Kay Jensen. The puck skips towards Schill, who covers up with 9:33 left in the third. Well, nobody scored in the third period. That's not good news for the Grizzlies, as it's still 1-0 halfway through the third period. We'll come back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
9 minutes, 33 seconds left in the third period. Checking the ECHL box score on the ECHL app, and it appeared that Duart got a double minor for high sticking. Yoon got a high sticking minor. So I guess the confusion must have been Yoon got the initial high sticking minor penalty, but then Duart must have gotten somebody with a high stick and drawn blood. And so Duart got a double minor for high sticking. So that's why Utah got a power play. 6:21 into the third. We'll skate 5-on-5 halfway through the third period. Allen has outshot Utah 5-2 in the third frame and 34-19 for the contest. Derek Dashke's up to 5 shots, so it appears he has taken each of the 2 shots for Utah here in the third period. Looks like a good crowd is having a good time over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. They haven't announced the attendance as of yet. Faceoff's going to be the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. We'll see if Utah can find a way to tie up the game. That power play is probably a good opportunity for the Grizzlies to get some momentum. Looks like fans are dancing to the YMCA. Although at Maverick Center in the last homestand when they played that HOTTOGO song, it seemed like fans were dancing to that in a similar fashion to the way they would dance to YMCA. Kids are seeing themselves in the video board, and they're having a good time. Drawn the near circle is won by the Grizzlies. Couldn't tell who that was. Utah out to center ice. Allen somehow was able to keep it in. As the Americans get it taken away, Utah will backhand it to center. Grizzlies carried over the line. They skate towards the far corner, try to drop it off. Allen's been aggressive defensively. Americans hook it around Allen's net. They couldn't gather the puck over along the near goal line as Allen will backpedal it into their own zone. Americans get it towards Brodzinski. He had a hat trick on November 2nd against Utah over to the near corner. Grizzlies battle. Puck goes back to center ice. And at the Utah line, Dunn gets it across to Jensen. He'll get his way to center ice and dump it in after he crossed the red line. Wells over to the far side. 8:48 and counting left in the third. As Allen gets it across. Americans cross center ice. And that's Kulikov who lumbers in. He'll fire it to the far corner and chase after it as Kulikov spins around to avoid Jensen's check. Allen gets it up top. Brodzinski, left side. He'll take a righty shot, and that's blocked by Scheel. Puck bounces to the far goal line. 3 Grizzlies in the area, and Utah will bounce it off the near wall. Big-time hit delivered by Allen on a Grizzly as Mike Van Oonen throws it ahead. It goes back to Mike Van Oonen. He'll push it across. Allen will skate behind their net. Utah skating from left to right here in the period. As the Americans will carry it out to neutralize. Pass to the right side, bounced off the skate. Puck goes back to Mike Van Oonen. And the 25-year-old will get it ahead. As the Americans over the offensive line. Guy back to Bal Aragon. As he'll throw it from one corner to the other. Puck on the far side. Allen tries to skate around the net as they get cut off. Grizzlies will carry it across center ice. 2-on-4, so they dump it in. Yoon chasing after it in the far corner. Allen gets there about a step ahead of them. As Mike Van Oonen has been very active so far tonight. He battles with Yoon along the far boards. Yoon takes a spill. Grizzlies over to Dashke. He's on the right side. He'll chip it to the near goal line. Back towards Dashke, and it skips over his stick and all the way to the Utah line. Grizzlies reset. Diagonal pass connects tape to Fitz. He'll skate in right side. Shot at the point is blocked away by Wells. Now back to Fitz near goal line. Gets to the right side for Gallant. Righty shot, save, rebound, shot, a score! Grizzlies tie it up! As Gallant was in the area, I'm not sure if he was the one that scored. It looked like he got redirected. And Gianni Fairbrother appears to get his 4th of the year. As we're tied up with 7:14 left in the third. And Fitz should have a point in his 3rd straight game as the Grizzlies find a way here with 7:13 left in the third to tie it up. Boy, the initial shot was taken by Gallant on the right side. Puck ended up in the slot for the captain, Gianni Fairbrother. And he puts it away for his 4th of the year. So it's anybody's game now with 7:14 left as Utah battles back. And Adam Shield, you got to tip your hat. He's done a good job keeping the Grizzlies in this one to keep them within striking range. As there's 7:06 left in the third, Allen won the faceoff, but it went into their zone. Grizzlies keep it in. Utah to the left side, one-timer, and that's blocked away by Wells. Grizzlies get it to Briley Wood as Utah's got some momentum. We're tied at 1. Utah gets to the left side, one-timer, and the Grizz didn't get much on it. I think that might have been Manning. As Allen will fire it in. Fairbrother runs down, gets the loose puck. He'll drop it for Messner. He's in the near corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. As the Grizzlies shuffle it over to Fairbrother, he's on the far side. Back to Shearer behind Utah's net. As the Grizzlies spread the ice. 6.5 minutes left in the third. As we're tied at 1. As Fairbrother gets his 4th of the year and the first one on the road this season. Grizzlies outlet it to center ice. Utah to the right side will negotiate their way into the zone. As Manning will bounce off the near boards and chase after it. Armstrong in the area surveying as Allen comes out of the pile with the puck. Americans out to the right side. Skates down the middle. They cross center ice. Now Allen over the line. Right side. Righty shot is chipped away. As Utah comes back up with it. Grizzlies get it towards, I believe, Manning. And he'll loft it to the right side. Lebster chasing after it. He gets it in the near corner deep in the Allen zone. As Lebster backhands it up top. Armstrong gets it towards the left side. Pass goes tape to tape. Left side. Righty shot. Saved by Wells. Allen will bounce it off the near wall. Grizzlies keep it in. As Utah behind the net will chip it back towards the right side. One-timer. All Utah got tripped up. Was a call made? Doesn't appear to be. As, well, Utah looks to be the aggressor here in the last couple minutes. We're tied at 1. 5.5 minutes are left in the third period. The Americans back in their own end as they get pushed in the near corner on a good play by Aragon. Now behind Allen's net. As Aragon gets pushed by Braden Guy, the Grizzlies have really picked it up here over the last few minutes. The effort is certainly noticeable. As Aragon battles, Armstrong with a couple of Americans. As an American takes a spill behind their net, Fitz looks nearby. Grizzlies trying to win the 50-50 puck. As puck stays along the scrum, Aragon, I tried to get it in front of the net. Allen took it away. As the Americans break free of the pile, they cross center ice. As Riley Janelle will roll it along the boards. Shield with good hands cuts it in front of the net. Gallant and Fitz got the assist on the Fairbrother goal. As looks like play is stopped with 4:46 and counting left in the third as the Grizzlies were called for icing. So Fairbrother tied it up with Gallant and Fitz getting the assist. Time of goal 12:46 into the third period. So for Fairbrother, it's his 4th goal of the season. I believe that means he now leads all league defensemen. For Fitz, he now has a point in 3 straight games as he gets his 4th assist of the year. And for Cole Gallant, he now has 5 assists on the season. Gallant was 3rd in the team in assists. So it's anybody's game, tied at 1. Grizzlies have momentum. Draws in Utah's zone. As Grizzlies will jam it out to center ice. Fitz gets it. He skates along the right wing, one-on-one. Fitz looking for a toe drag. Allen took it away. Good defensive work by the Americans. Grizzlies are in the offensive zone, high slot. Now skating in. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by, I believe, Armstrong. Armstrong tried to get in front of the net. And Allen forces it back to the blue line. The Americans will push it ahead. As the pass is picked off by Utah, their blue line. Dashke will tap it off the near glass. Chasing after it's Gallant. Gallant gets there before Nielsen. As Messner behind the net skates towards the far side. Messner, he's now to the left side, chips it across to Gallant. Gallant over to the near circle. Now he skates to the corner. Does a half circle, gets to Wood. One-timer saved by Wells. Grizzlies in the high slot. Keep it in. Wood drops it back for Fairbrother. He'll take a shot. Saved by Wells. Rebound. Allen couldn't clear it out. Right side lefty shot. Saved by Wells again. As the Grizzlies, boy, they've really picked it up over the last 4 minutes. Utah's buzzing. They're looking for a victory. As the Grizzlies over to the far side. Skates towards the circle. Poked away by Allen. That's another good defensive effort by Hudson Wilson. Americans push it ahead, one-on-one. Chasing after it is Braden Watts. So skating, he'll take a shot, and he scores. Braden Watts went coast to coast, skated down the middle, got around Fairbrother, and roofed it stick side over Schill. Make that glove side. And Braden Watts gives the Americans a 2-1 lead. He gets his 4th of the year, and the kids in attendance are going nuts. Boy, Schill kind of slid to his right, and Watts kind of went coast to coast. He didn't have too much time trying to put a move on as Watts got around Fairbrother. And just as the Grizzlies had all sorts of momentum there over the last 4 minutes, Allen just delivered a long-range pass that connected in the slot to Watts. And Allen leads 2-1 with 3:30 left in the third. So Grizzlies looking to find a way to tie it up again, as the Grizzlies had all the momentum after Fairbrother tied it up. Let's see if Utah can get the tying goal. Utah over the line, left side, Armstrong skates around an American, trying to chip it out in front. It bounced off a stick. Now slot, Jensen with a shot, saved by Wells. Allen will lumber out to center ice as Mark Dewart keeps his balance. Left point, backhand shot, sticked away by Shield. 3 minutes left. Allen leads 2-1. Braden Watts is the deciding goal, which came with 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Dewart around the net to the far side as he's back to the right point. Grizzlies shadowing him as Dewart rolls along the boards. Puck to the left side as Utah skating from left to right here in the period. Grizzlies in the near corner. Backhanded as the puck skips to the Utah line. It's gathered by Lebster. Lebster crosses center, throws it behind his back, 2-on-2. Utah enters. Grizzlies skate towards the left side. Now around Allen's net as Utah. Can't tell who that is. I think it's Luke Manning. Manning gets into the slot for Messner. Now back to the left side. Over to Manning. High slot. One-timer goes wide. 2:23 left in the third. Utah's net is empty as the Grizzlies over to the far corner. As Utah's net's empty, left side trying to chip it out in front as there was just too many Allen bodies. Puck rolls towards Wells, and he covers up just to the far side of his crease and holds on. 2:12 left in the third period. Smoke him if you got him as Allen leads 2-1 as Braden Watts scored with 3.5 minutes left in the third period on a long-range pass. He was down the middle and made a good move around Fairbrother and fired it right over Schill's left arm. The Watts goal was assisted by Asachuk and Krenkovic, 16:30 in. Utah's net is empty, and I believe the Grizzlies have called a timeout as everybody's huddled up around Ryan Kanasowicz. Timeout, Utah. Boy, action offensively has really picked up here in the third period. Nobody scored in the first frame. Spencer Asachuk gave Allen a 1-0 lead as he redirected an Easton Brodzinski shot 11:21 into the second. Johnny Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, got his 4th of the year, 12:46 into the third period with Gallant and Fitz getting the assists. Utah had all sorts of momentum for about a 4 or 5 minute stretch, and it was cut off when Allen scored a long-range pass connected to Braden Watts. He skated down the middle. He had Fairbrother on him like a cheap suit, really like the cheap suit I'm wearing now. And Watts was able to get a shot off as Schill was kind of moving towards his right, sliding to try to cut off the near side. And it looked like Watts fired it right past Schill's left arm. That was 16:30 into the third. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. That's the time remaining in the third period. Utah's net is empty. Big face-off. Mick Messner will take it for the Grizzlies. He's got Gallant out there with Wood and Aragon. That's the 4 I saw on the screen. Taking the draw for Allen, I believe, is Spencer Asachuk. He takes all the big face-offs for the Americans. Game is on the line here at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Utah needs the tying goal. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon over to Dashke. Back to Yoon as the Grizzlies had a stick break and they had to get a new one. Dashke gets it to the far side. Grizzlies get it back up top to Dashke. He's in the high slot, dangles back and forth. His shot is blocked by Dewart's stick. Dewart gets it. He fires towards the empty net. Dashke plays with a high stick. Grizzlies touch up, and that's Brian Yoon as he was dangling with the puck at the Utah blue line. Dashke did what he had to do. He played it with a high stick. Dron's going to be at neutral ice as there's 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third. Well, you wonder if the Grizzlies will put Schill back in net for the neutral zone draw with the thought that, he'll come off if the Grizzlies win the faceoff and re-enter the offensive zone. If I was there, I'd be able to tell you that answer, but it looks like Looks like Sheila's in there right now. Allen did win the face-off, and they'll loft it in. So Grizzlies will get the puck. A minute 42 left in the third. And once the Grizzlies enter the offensive zone, Sheila will come off the ice with them and bring in the extra attacker. Grizzlies over the offensive line left side. They skate their way to the far corner. Grizzlies get double team behind the net. Briley Wood's in the area, and Sheila's off with a minute 25 left in the third. Briley Wood brushes it up top for Dashke. Across to Yoon. He's on the right side. Over to Gallant. He dangles along the near goal line. Now he feeds it back up top to Yoon. Across to Dashke, fakes a shot. He tried to get to the far corner. Allen got a stick in the way. Americans have it at neutral ice. They'll throw it back to the Utah line. Grizzlies' net is empty. Utah took it away from the right side as Allen couldn't locate the puck in the right point. There's 1 minute left in regulation. Grizzlies over center ice, and they step over the blue. Grizzlies over to the far side, get spun around. Utah around the net, trying to feed it to the right side. Wood got occupied. Now left side, lefty shot, and that one's blocked. As Armstrong and the Grizzlies, they get it up top. Dashke in the left point, across to Yoon. Yoon switches places with Dashke. He'll throw it to the far side. 40 seconds left. Back up top to Yoon. He's in the high slot. Back to the left side. And the Grizzlies skate in. Shot by Gallant is blocked. Armstrong back to Gallant. 30 seconds left. Over to Yoon. Yoon over to Dashke. One-timer. He didn't get much on it. Puck squibs towards the near corner. Wood trying to get it back to the other corner is Wilson. Battles with Armstrong. Now Messner gets up top, 15 seconds left. Yoon dangles, will take a righty shot, and that's blocked. And the puck deflects out of play. 11 seconds left in regulation as Mark Dewart blocked the shot that was taken by Yoon. Play is stopped, 11 seconds left. Both teams will change things up. Boy, Mark Dewart has played a pretty good two-way game for Allen. One final chance for the Grizzlies. Allen leads 2-1. Braden Watts has the deciding goal as he scored 16:30 into the third for Allen. The referee, Tyler Haskell, is talking with B.J. Adams, the Allen coach. They have reset the clock to an even 13 seconds. Like Grizzlies over the last 7.5 minutes have put together a furious rally to try to tie the game. But Utah is going to need a miracle. Grizzlies have outshot the Americans 10-7 in the third period. But Allen has a 36-27 edge here in regulation. Derek Dashke leads the Grizzlies with 5 shots. Cole Gallant has 1 assist, and he's taken 4 shots today. Boy, long conversation as they had 11.5 seconds left in the third period. They reset it to 13 seconds. Draw is going to be in the left circle. Grizzlies with an offensive zone draw. Mick Messner will take it against Spencer Asachuk for Allen. Critical face-off here. Most important face-off of the game for both teams. Can the Grizzlies get one final shot and an opportunity to tie the game? Utah wins the draw. Wood gets it up top. Grizzlies get to the right side. Dashke fires towards the net. It's kicked away by Wells. 5 seconds left. And Allen clears out the center. They fire to the empty net. And they score with 1.2 seconds left. And this one will be over. This one's in the refrigerator as Allen gets an empty netter with a second left in regulation. And it looks like it's Mark Dewart who blocked the key shot as he taunts the Grizzlies bench. Dewart gets his first goal of the year. He blocked the shot from Yoon with 13 seconds left as the kids are going nuts at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. And the final score is going to be Allen 3, Utah 1. Well, we had mentioned Dewart playing a good two-way game, and he earned that empty netter. And really earned it with that block shot and the effort he put together defensively. They're in the final minute of regulation. So the Americans are going to win the series opener. Final score, Allen 3, Utah 1 as time runs out. Grizzlies battled back and got the tying goal as the Americans' mascot, it's a dog named Biscuit, as he waves the Americans' win flag. And it was just one of those where Grizzlies just couldn't find a way to get that tying goal after Braden Watts scored the game winner 16:30 into the third. Fairbrother scored 12:46 into the third with Gallant and Fitz getting the assist, but Allen responded with 2 unanswered. Braden Watts with a great game winner with 3:30 left in the third on a really good play. Grizzlies were really aggressive offensively for about a 5-minute stretch, and I think Allen kind of used that aggressiveness against Utah. Once that long-range pass connected, a good player made a good play, and then Duert added the empty netter with 1.2 seconds left in regulation. Final score, Allen 3 and Utah 1. We'll come back and have the post-game show in 1 minute. As the Americans get their third victory of the season, their record goes to 3-5-1, and the Grizzlies fall to the 500 mark with a record of 4-4. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Well, the Americans come away with a 3-1 victory in the first of 7 straight on the road for Utah. Grizzlies are now 2-2 at home and 2-2 on the road to start the season. Nobody scored in the first period. Allen did outshoot Utah 14-8. Allen got a power play. It was their third power play of the second period. And Cameron Buell got a tripping minor 11:06 into the second period. And 15 seconds into the power play, Easton Brzezinski had the puck along the far boards, fired it towards the net. Asachuk was in front of the crease. He redirected it and scored 11:21 into the second period with Brzezinski and Krinkovic getting the assists. Allen led 1-0 after 2 periods. The Americans had 14 shots in the first and 15 in the second. Through 2 periods, the Americans were out shooting the Grizzlies 29-17. Utah ended up with a 10-8 edge in shots in the third period. Grizzlies tied it up 12:46 into the third period. It was the captain coming through as he scored his 4th of the year from in the slot, about 5 to 10 feet in front of the crease. He scored past Dylan Wells, who played a good game. Gallant and Fitz picked up the assists. For Fitz, he now has a point in 3 straight games as he has 2 goals and 4 assists this season. For Cole Gallant, he picked up his 5th assist of the year. And Gallant now has a point and as an assist in 2 straight games. Really, the Grizzlies, once they scored that goal, had all sorts of momentum. They had quite a few scoring chances, and they had the puck in the offensive zone, it felt like, for about 5 minutes straight. Action was deep into the Allen zone. There was a battle in the corner. Allen came out of the pile with it. They threw a long-range pass out to Braden Watts. Watts collected it, and from there it was one-on-one between him and Fairbrother. Fairbrother was trailing him by a step. It looked like Fairbrother had closed the gap on him. Watts just kind of veered off a little bit towards his left. Shield kind of slid to his right. Watts, who handled the puck pretty well, just kind of fired it to the past the left arm of Shield. It's almost like Shield was anticipating the puck coming towards his right, slid, and then Watts somehow just came it right, just got it right back to where Shield probably was. And just one of those, Shield was trying to compensate for where he thought the puck was going to be, and Watts ended up firing it the other way. And that turned out to be the game winner. 16 minutes, 30 seconds into the third period with Asachuk and Krinkovic getting the assist. I never did get to see a replay good enough to tell whether it was Asachuk or Krinkovic who delivered the pass to Watts for the main assist. But either way, Allen took a 2-1 lead. Grizzlies put together a furious rally. They had the puck in the offensive zone quite a bit in the final 2 minutes as Ryan Kanasowicz called his timeout with, I believe, 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in regulation. Well, Utah had some good looks, but just couldn't connect on those one-timers. And then with 13 seconds left, Yoon had a shot that was blocked by Mark Duert, and the puck deflected out of play. Dewar ended up, put together a pretty good effort defensively, and then Dewar got the puck as Allen was able to clear the puck with about 5 seconds left after the Grizzlies won a faceoff. Dewar got to the Utah line right side and fired an empty netter that scored 19:59 into the third, with Easton Brodzinski getting the assist. So Brodzinski ended the night with 2 assists. Kyle Krinkovic also had 2 assists for Allen. The Americans got goals from Masachuk, Watts, and Duart as the Americans come away with a 3-1 victory. Utah was 0 for 3 on the power play. Allen was 1 for 3. Let's get to the 3 stars of the game. Third star was Utah goaltender Adam Scheel. In a losing effort, he stopped 34 of 36. Scheel's record falls to 4-3 on the season. The second star was Allen goaltender Dylan Wells. Well, you got to tip your hat. He played a good game. He saved 26 of 27, as he is now 3-2 on the season. He has all 3 of Allen's victories this season, and the number 1 star scoring the game winner on what was an outstanding play. 16:30 into the third is Braden Watts. The goal that Watts scored, that was a game winner with 3:30 left, was his 4th of the year. Watts has 10 points on the season through 9 games. And so the former Wichita Thunder star has been one of Allen's most dependable players here in the early portion of the season. And Braden Watts is the number 1 star of the game. Among the Grizzlies' 27 shots, Derek Dashke led the way with 5. Cole Gallant had 4 shots. He ended up with 1 assist. He has an assist in 2 straight games. Johnny Fairbrother and Tyson Upper each had 3 shots. One of Fairbrother's 3 shots found the back of the net, and he's had an outstanding 4-game stretch. Make that 5-game stretch. In Fairbrother's last 5 games, he has 4 goals and 2 assists. 2 shots each for Yoon, Messner, Briley Wood, who I thought played a good game. Wood got in his first fight as a pro. That came against Riley Janelle, 9:39 into the second period. Luke Manning also had 2 shots, and a few other Grizzlies, including Fitz, Webster, Jensen, and Kabori Dunn. Each guy had 1 shot on goal. Now Utah loses in the opener. The record is now 4-4 this season. They got 6 more road games before they return to Maverick Center, and operators are sitting by. Give them a call and get your tickets for Thanksgiving week, as the Indy Fuel will be in town for a 3-game set. The next Grizzlies home game will be 2 weeks from now. Make sure to call the Grizzlies up at the box office. Go to the Grizzlies box office. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com or call the Grizzlies at 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. As operators are sitting by, who knows, maybe you can talk with Cameron Levy and cheer him up. He's had a tough week. You can also talk with Patrick, or hopefully you get Dylan or Colby, maybe Alina, or maybe you're going to talk to Flocka. She did an outstanding job on Hispanic Heritage Night on November 2nd. Make sure to get your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. The next Grizzlies homestand will be a 3-game set against the Indy Fuel on November 27th, 29th, and 30th. For Black Friday on November 29th, the Grizzlies have a special ticket offer that I believe includes a $12 ticket. Get your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. It's part of a 6-game homestand. The defending Western Conference champion Kansas City Mavericks will be in town the first week of December. That's December 4th, 6th, and 7th. Face off all 6 nights, and the Grizzlies' next homestand will be at 7:10. But the Grizzlies' road trip continues on Friday night over at Credit Union of Texas Event Center, as the Grizzlies will look for a little bit of revenge and hoping to bounce back, as they're now 1-2 against the Allen Americans this season. Today, it was Braden Watts that made the difference, as he scored with 3:30 left in regulation. And adding the empty netter at the end was Mark Duart, as the Americans come away with a 3-1 victory. 4 other games in the league that have already gone final. South Carolina defeats Worcester 4-1. South Carolina scored 3 unanswered in the third period. Greenville got a 4-3 victory over Savannah. Indy defeated Toledo 4-1. Remember, Indy will be in town 2 weeks from now, featuring former Grizzlies Nathan Burke, who had 2 assists this evening, and Luke Salem, who was a +2 and had 1 assist. Hopefully they'll be in the Indy lineup a couple weeks from now, and we can see those former Grizzlies in action. One other final, Kansas City in regulation defeats Wichita 4-3, as Kansas City's record goes to 7-3-0-1. Wichita, who faces Utah in a 3-game set at Intrust Bank Arena. Their record falls to 6-5. 2 Mountain Division battles that will take place tonight. Rapid City is at Idaho for a 7:10 start. And at 8 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone, Tulsa is at Tahoe. Well, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast, not necessarily the final outcome. Once again, in 2 hours and 25 minutes and in front of a crowd of 5,952, which would be a sellout over in Allen, although I did see a couple empty sections. The Allen Americans got a good performance from goaltender Dylan Wells as he saved 26 of 27, and they defeat the Utah Grizzlies 3-1. Next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Friday night, 5:50 pregame show, 6:10 face-off. Until then, I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Have a good afternoon, everybody.